Hello everybody! Welcome to another stream by yours truly, Kitty Bunny! And we are back with some more Reverse 1999! Alright guys, happy Saturday, or whatever day it is for you. It is Saturday for me currently. Okay, who's here? Hey Fire, Shadow, Flatwise, VG, welcome! Jennifer, hello! Napati, welcome. Hi, Domo. And then, hey, Angel Wing, welcome. Galdera, welcome. And everyone else, everyone else who's lurking and making your way in, welcome. Okay, we are going to do the extra inter-chapter for chapter 5 today, since we finished chapter 5 last time. Oh my god, like crazy. That was, okay, I'm not gonna lie, that was the craziest like ending to a chapter ever, like a crazy cliffhanger. I'm like, what the fuck? Hey Apostle, welcome. Yes, 1.5 anniversary just dropped a while ago. Yeah, so yeah, I think what, like the stream or whatever and everything. But yeah, so I'm doing my best to try to catch up with the story a little, to be current with this game. I feel like it's a little hard to kind of celebrate milestones when you're not caught up, in my opinion. Like, I can't fully enjoy and celebrate, like, you know, events or, you know, like anniversaries in the game, especially because I feel like I'm still kind of new to the game, even though now I'm on chapter 5, but I've only been playing for a couple months, so, and I'm definitely not caught up in the main story yet, so there's just a lot, like, I just haven't done yet, I feel, so, it's okay, we're getting there. Hail Grok, welcome. No, I do not watch any live streams currently, because I don't want to be spoiled for any upcoming stuff, so right now I do not watch any videos coming out and stuff like that. So I just feel like once I catch up, then I'll be more comfortable wanting to watch those kind of things. So then, because I'll understand things too, because I feel like even if there's no spoilers, and like sometimes I like watch it, I just feel like I can't really fully appreciate it, because sometimes I haven't met the characters yet or whatnot. I did get the codes. They posted them on Twitter, so I was like, okay, let me nab these. So yeah, I did redeem my codes already. But for those of you guys who haven't, yeah, look like, okay, Fire, you're dropping the codes? Yeah. So you guys go enter your codes in the game so you can get some free stuff. Fun. How is my Holy Week going? You mean Easter? So yeah, for those who are in the US or do celebrate Easter, Easter is tomorrow. Bunny Day! Unfortunately this year, I usually have stuff planned for Easter, because it's also my way of celebrating, like, you know, it's Bunny Day, right? It's a bunny themed holiday. But unfortunately this year Easter kind of fell during a time where, like, I've been just so freaking busy, and it's just been kind of a rough time right now. So I unfortunately do not have an Easter stream planned. Sorry guys, I usually do, but I gotta skip it this year because there's just a lot been going on and a lot of stuff. So yeah, right, okay, yeah, I'm already celebrating. I am a bunny, yeah, right. Yeah, happy Bunny Day, thank you. So unfortunately I do not have a bunny stream planned tomorrow. If I do something, it'll be very guerrilla, random, out of the blue, and that's only if I have the energy in the evening, because there's some things we're gonna do and stuff. I don't really actually celebrate Easter. It's just kind of a time where, like, sometimes you know, well, my family got together today because it was also a going away party for my cousin too. She's moving out of the country, so it was kind of like the last time we were gonna see her for a while. So we did that, but it was like it was pseudo Easter celebration because everyone brought food, and because I'm like, I'm cutie bunny, right? Like, and it's bunny day, so there's a lot of kids there too. So I brought them some goodies. I brought them Easter eggs and candy and some fun stuff. So yeah, I kind of celebrated Easter bunny day early. Yeah. Hey Leo, welcome. Hey Flatwise. Hey Wester. Is it Wester or Westerm? Welcome. Good morning to you. It is evening for me, but good morning if it's morning for you. Will I give you guys chocolate tomorrow? If I streamed, maybe I'll throw some chocolate at y'all. I'll give you some virtual chocolate or something. But yeah, Easter kind of fell on a weird time this year for me, and there's just been a lot going on. So unfortunately, I really didn't have any time to plan Easter stuff, but it is what it is. There's always next year, right? There's always a next year. So maybe hopefully next year we'll do like a bunny day stream and do some fun stuff. Yes, we are doing the intro chapter today. Am I gonna lay chocolate eggs on stream? Maybe, you never know. I am an Easter bunny, to be honest. Even though I don't really celebrate Easter, I consider myself more of like an Easter bunny instead of a traditional bunny because I do not like carrots. I do not like carrots. But I love chocolate. I love candy. I love eggs. So I consider myself more of like an Easter bunny versus like a traditional bunny, like a normal bunny. It's like, yeah, there's that. Okay, the intro chapter is pretty short. That's what I heard, but I still feel like, because I always say, like, however long something will take people, so say this chapter is like an hour, it's gonna take me double the time, like, between all the yapping, the reacting, the reading. So yeah. So it's okay, and if it's short, it's okay. We'll just have a little shorter stream. That's okay sometimes. I kind of had a long day because I was seeing family and stuff, and I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with my sick chicken. I think I've talked about it on other streams, but I have this one chicken. She's kind of sick, so it's one of those things that, like, we can prolong her life by treating her. But we're expecting she can go anytime. We don't know. It's one of those things. There's no cure. It's irreversible. She'll have her bad times, but we can prolong her life. But so she didn't seem good lately, like the past few days, and I'm like, oh no, I think we need to drain her again. So I just spent a couple hours doing that. So I was like, oh my God. It's a process. This is our second time doing it. It's a process. So, but she's okay. But luckily, after we drained her, she was able to do things normally again. So I was like, okay. So at least it worked. It works. We're prolonging her life. It works. It's just when we notice she's getting bloated again. It's called water belly. It's an indication of heart failure, and pretty much their body cavity, the chicken's body cavity kind of fills with liquid. That's not really healthy. There's water or liquid where it's not supposed to be. So one way to help them out though is to drain them, stick a needle in them, and like kind of pull out the fluid pretty much. And so we did it once when we first discovered it, and it really helped her out. She was back to normal in like 2 weeks. We're like, okay. But it's something that you kind of have to monitor. So if she kind of starts filling up again, and you can kind of tell because she looks kind of bloated. Like, she looks a little bigger than normal because, her body cavity's filling. It's kind of weird. So I was like, okay, we really need a trainer because she does like things that, like, it's not normal. Like, usually she jumps when they go to sleep. They sleep on like a roosting bar, but they have to jump up there, right? They kind of have to jump up from the ground to the bar so they can sleep and roost. They roost. They're birds. But the past few days, I noticed she couldn't make it. She couldn't jump. and get up there. She struggled, and she would sleep like in a nesting box, which they're not supposed to, because birds, chickens shit a lot. They poop a lot, so even in their sleep. So I'm like, you cannot be sleeping in the nesting box, girl. But she couldn't make it, so I'm like, okay, I think it's time to drain you. You look a little fatter than usual, so yeah, so we drained her today, and she was able to jump at bedtime. I brought her out to the coop, and she was able to jump. So I was like, okay, that helped. So luckily that worked. So it's just one of those things you gotta monitor it. Sometimes some chickens can go a year without draining when they have this condition. Some, like, it seems like ours is about like 1 month. I think we drained her last like a month ago. So it's just one of those things. It's just, but she's eating at least. She's acting normal. Can I show you guys a picture? Oh, let me see. I can. Since this chapter is a little short, then I don't mind yapping a little. Let me see if I have one on my computer. They're all on my phone, but let me see. Yeah, I can show you guys my chickens. They're very cute. I have 5. Yellow, the one that is sick, her name is Yellow. She is my favorite girl, though. She's my favorite chicken. So it's sad that like my favorite is sick, but it is what it is. It's the circle of life. Chickens actually don't live very long because they actually can get a bunch of ailments all the damn time. So it's just one of those things. It's like she's my baby. They're my babies, but I always in the back of my mind, I'm like, chickens just don't live long. It's okay, but I can show you guys. Let me see. I'm trying to find it. It's loading. I have a. I have a picture of all of them. It's hard to take a picture of just one, because they're flock animals. They are always in a group, because they're prey. But I can show you guys. I don't know which one's yellow. I can't tell because I can't see her leg. Oh, I think that one's her. Okay. Oh, maybe this is a good picture. I got some pictures. These are bad pictures. They move too much, so it's really actually hard to take pictures of them. They like move too quick. So your picture's either blurry or they're not looking. Okay. That's a good picture. Well, let me show you guys this one. See if this will work. Oh, too big. Hold on. I don't fit the screen. There we go. Ah! Derp, thank you for becoming a member. Thanks for joining the membership. Oh, you love chicken too. You love chicken too, especially fried ones. Trust me, I love chicken also. Chicken is one of my favorite meats. So I love having chicken pets, but I also like eating chicken. Okay, so this is a oh shit, what was that? Hold on. I'm trying to change the size. Here we go. These are all 5 of them. It's kind of like they're eating. I feed them like leftovers all the time. So these are my babies. I can't, okay, because how I tell them apart is they have colored bands around their legs. You can't see it in this picture, but they have colored bands around their legs, and that's their names actually. Is there a jockey? No. That freaking Minecraft thing going around because of the movie? No. That's funny though. So okay, I can't tell which one's which, but I think it's one of these two. I think yellow. This might be yellow right here. Oh, you guys can't see my mouse. I just realized. Yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to show you guys. Oh wait. Oh, you know what? I can just add text. Hold on. Text. Hold on. I wish I could like draw in the picture. Oh my god. Why is it so big? Okay. I think this one's yellow. Right here. This is the one that's sick, I think. It's either this one or... Pretty sure that's yellow, actually. You know what? I might as well just label all of them. Because then I can like refer to them so you guys can see. Actually, I can't tell. I can't tell who two of them are. Because two of them look very similar. Okay. So there's 5 of them. But there's two sets and then one outlier. Yellow and black look similar, so I feel like they're from the same like mom or whatever, from the same like batch, siblings or whatever. Of course, when we got these, they were mixed, so we don't know who's actually sisters or whatever. They're named by the colored bands around their legs, so that's why they're just they don't have actually proper names. This one's blue. And okay, I can tell who's who. That one's red. That one looks like red. Sorry guys, we're not playing reverse right now. We're having chicken talk. Come back later if you're not interested in chicken talk and you want to just watch reverse. Green is my last one. Okay, so these are my babies. These are my children. We have yellow. So yellow, okay, so if you guys did not know, chickens have a pecking order. Pretty much it's like who determines the alpha, the leader, and who determines the lower you are in the pecking order, the more bullied they get, the more, usually it's the least smart ones or the smaller ones, but it's like a pecking order. Yellow and black are at the top of the pecking order. My girl Yellow is the top. But I think because she's been sick lately, she's kind of been knocked down. So I think black has kind of taken her place. But the 2 top dogs are yellow and black. They're the most dominant. They are the alphas. They keep the other ones in line. Unfortunately, though, when you're lower on the pecking order, you'll get bullied. So like when they're all trying to eat and there's not enough space or whatever, the higher pecking order ones will peck at them to like no, this is mine type thing. So red and green. Red actually is a bottom of the pecking order, but I can see why, because she's kind of dumb. She's kind of the stupidest one. She's a little special, so poor Red. She gets bullied a lot actually. So Yellow is my girl that's sick, unfortunately. She's my favorite. I can tell who she is because I named her Yellow because she was the most yellowest one. She has the most yellowest head. I know it's really hard for people to tell, but like, because I look at my chickens every day and a lot, I can tell kind of who is who, even without the bands sometimes. So Yellow, she had the most yellow like on her head area. So she got named Yellow. Yellow and black look very similar because black has the second most yellow on her head too. Green and red look very similar because I don't know, you can just tell like they look the same. And then our girl Blue over here is kind of special because she is the only one for some reason that ended up with black on her head. So technically, I guess she should have been named Black, but when she was a baby, she didn't have a black head. It was weird. Like, she didn't have the black feathers on her head. Like, you can kind of tell Blue looks very different from the others. So we're like, what happened? Overnight, she just suddenly had black feathers on her head. So it's kind of weird. Yeah, because Black got named Black because she actually had a little black spot on her head when she was a chick. But as she grew up and got actual feathers, the black went away. So I don't know, maybe she transferred it to blue or something. It's kind of funny. But yeah, so I have like So yellow, black look the same, red and green look the same, and then we have blue. So blue is really easy to tell because she's just looks very different from the others. So yeah, these are my babies. Let me see. I have another. Where is it? I had another picture that was a little better angle. Let me see if I can pull that up. It's so hard to. Okay. Well, this is a little because you can it's hard to see. Look at Blue just staring you at the in the face. Here we go. Cause that first picture was a little hard to see their like face, cause they're all looking down. But here's Blue. I can't tell who's the middle one. Hold on, let me see. Oh, I think it's blue, black, and yellow in this picture. Oh no, it's blue, yellow, and black. The one on the right, I can see her band. It's black, so I think. Oh shit, I don't know who the middle one is. I can't tell. Sometimes it's hard to tell because they look very similar. Oh yeah, maybe they traded bands to trick me. Maybe. So. But yeah, these are my babies. I love them so much. So yeah, so I've been dealing with yellow sickness. It's called water belly. It's an indication of heart failure, but you can prolong their life by draining them. So that's what we've been doing. So and she's okay now, and they're all sleeping soundly. They go to bed around 8 o'clock. Yeah, close to 8 when the sun starts to go down. That's when they go to bed. So yeah, those are my babies. Okay, let's me. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. So you guys got a little tidbit about my children. My chicken children. Now you guys have a little visual reference too, but whenever I talk about them. But okay, so today we are going to do the intro chapter for chapter 5. You guys said this actually happens like kind of in the middle during chapter 5, so it's not really a continuation. So I guess it's another perspective. Okay, let's get started. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Yes, no spoilers, please. I know you guys get excited rewatching everything, but please try not to mention anything happening past this chapter. And yeah, let me find out on my own. I will ask questions out loud, but do not answer me because just think of it rhetorical. I'm just kind of talking out loud. I'm mainly asking myself. I'm asking the game, but it's more of like, I don't really want you guys to actually answer me. So yeah. All right, guys, ready? Oh wow, your grandma has a 5-year-old chicken. Damn. Oh no, when you were 5, your grandma had chickens. They're cute. Oh yeah, sometimes chickens can be vicious. Like anyone who thinks chickens are docile animals, no. Especially roosters, they are mean. Like they're very territorial and very protective of their girls. Actually, their hens. Luckily, I do not have a rooster, so I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, my chickens can be mean. Okay, let's go. Intro chapter. Lovely meeting. Ooh, the star. Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
So this is the library in Burton School.
Ah, we are at the foundation. Okay.
So many people here. They're probably around my age.
I don't know, Sotheby. I feel like you're kind of young. A gorgeous sap green dress jumps into the library of SPDM. Its owner keeps talking in a sing-song tone like a chirping goldcrest.
We've also got this many shelves in the library of Sotheby's Manor.
Wait, does Sotheby's Manor technically non-exist right now? Because she's in a different time zone? So technically her time zone is destroyed? It's kind of strange.
Are there any alchemy workshops and potion warehouses here, like in our manor?
Yeah, right? So we're in a different era. So technically, she can never return to her manor no more. The young lady stands on tiptoe, looking around this place curiously.
Where can I find Miss Buanish? Madame Z told me to come here, but she didn't give any other clues. The people here really need Mr. Teacatcher, who is always nice and warm to the guests. Just twist his teapot ear, then he can take you anywhere.
Okay, that's what I thought. Like, Sotheby's home is gone because the storm came and took all that away, reversed the time, but she because she's in the suitcase and she's a arcanist, she's okay. Yeah, that butler part, that was so fucking sad. That at the end of that chapter, oh my god.
If not so, placing a luck-a-day potion at the entrance would help as well.
She's so bubbly and happy-go-lucky.
If I had made it before I came, Miss Buanish and I might have met by now. Or she will just pop up behind me. Are you looking for me?
Oh, she does just pop up behind her. Lucky.
Oh my word! Oops, that was too loud. Where are my manners?
Matilda is such a trip every time we see her. Oh, your birthday's coming up, Leo? Nice. Well, happy early birthday if I don't see you then. I don't know. When is that? That's in like 3 days, huh? I think I might be streaming on Monday. But yeah, happy early birthday. Happy birthday to everyone who is in April. Sotheby straightens the wrinkles on her dress and gives out her hand like a real lady.
Oh, nice to meet you. Are you Miss Buanish?
The other girl nods haughtily. Her uniform speaks for herself. It seems to be a historic first meeting for them.
That's fantastic. How did you find me? Did you see me in the Oneiromancy? Or through a crystal orb?
I really like how expressive and how much movement the characters are. Because even though like this game plays like a visual novel style, you know, it's just crazy how far things have come now with visual novel style games, where like they have so much expression to match what they're saying and the slight movement. Because you know, back then, if like you played any older visual novels, they just kind of stand there. So it's very refreshing. It's nice seeing like them matching what they're saying, like their expression and movements. Yeah, right. The Live 2D helps a lot. Like technology, guys. Great. Wait, so she can't return home, but pretty sure the manor would still stand. So, like, if she went to where the manor was, like, say, like, this is a different time period, it would still be there, but it's not, like, in the current time.
Either way, it is the great Arcanum. I'm much greater than that. Look at you, dressed as if you'd just been to a ball. You are as eye-catching as the pigment board on a sketch.
Oh my gosh.
I saw you the moment I came into the library.
She's just a very proper lady. She likes to wear her poofy dress, indicating was it high society? A lady of high society.
A ball? Does the foundation hold balls too? No, I'm saying... est-ce que tous les amis de Vertine parlent comme ça?
Does every friend of Verton's talk this way? Oh.
Never mind. Madame Z told me you wanted to look up the materials on the mysterious school that believes in numbers here.
Oh.
That's right. Miss Mossel told me she will thoroughly check the documents in the Foundation archive. So I'll go through the books in the SPDM library. If we can find anything about that school, we can be of more help to Burton and her team.
Nice.
I'm sorry, Miss Sotheby, but I'm afraid the situation is going to disappoint you. While you spend the last hour looking for Ticketler's ear, the kind-hearted monitor assistant already gained a valuable access to the library. But I haven't found any records regarding the mysterious school that believes in numbers yet.
Okay. Like a bolt out of the blue.
Oh, but Miss Mossel said there are so many books here that they can cover the entire back of a Stronsay beast.
That doesn't mean the right book will be here.
That's a bit exaggerated, but she's right. Nevertheless, the librarian was transferred to a more important position years ago due to the storm. Many old books are not yet sorted.
Aww.
Some even went missing in the chaos.
Oh no.
The only relevant materials I could find are the stories of Pythagoras and some books on mathematical theorems. But I don't think they have anything to do with Vertine's issue.
What Matilda sees now is a pair of tear-dimmed eyes. Oh, she's like, I can't be used.
I can't do anything to help them.
Oh, so the bee.
Please stop being emotional. It doesn't work on this professional member of the Foundation.
Matilda's such a trip. I love her. She's such a fun character. She looks away and clears her throat like a grown-up.
Without field investigation permission, I can't take you out to collect information. But in fact, there is still another reference room only known to the most outstanding monitor assistant.
That's cute.
Hooray!
Other students in the library cast disgruntled glances at them. They all are being too loud.
Shh, shh, shh. It's a violation to make noises in the library.
Mm-hmm.
Please follow me, Miss Sotheby.
Y'all talk too loud. Y'all are too excited. Tall shelves, unfamiliar surroundings, an impossible mission. The girls walk through the shelves like fish swimming through coral. This is kind of like, was it like an OVA? Hey, Bad Wolf,
Thank
welcome.
you so much, Miss Buanish. You mentioned ball. I haven't heard that word for a very long time. I remember what Mr. Carson, my butler, had told me. He said, express your gratitude to fair ladies by holding a grand ball. I'll write to my father and ask for a brand new, unsinkable and maneuverable rock and roll park. I'm sure he will gladly say yes.
Does that work? Like, wouldn't he be in a different time zone? Or time period? Can she still contact her father?
Maneuverable rock and roll park? Yes. We can hold a twist ball on it when Burton and her team are back.
Okay.
Please allow me to say no. The monitor assistant of SPDM will never participate in such an inelegant activity.
Okay. You don't want to rock and roll, Matilda? What about if it's with Sonetto?
Wait, did you just say Burton and her team?
Oh, she put it together.
We can talk about the ball later.
If Sonetto's gonna be there, she's on board. Okay, yeah, right? That's what I'm thinking. Like, I would think her father would be gone, or you think, okay, because her family's super rich, they probably bought a way to have a safe seat. Okay. Or she could be coping with the loss, who knows? Okay. It's crazy. Poor baby.
The kind-hearted Matilda Buanish will try her best to help you with the task. But, of course, it's only out of her sense of responsibility, not for some personal reasons.
Sure, Matilda. Maybe her parents have been saved as well. It's possible. Oh, but if they're arcanists, wouldn't they have a way to probably weather the storm? Seeing that she got a foundation member as teacher for her daughter. They pretty. Oh, okay. Wait, no, that makes sense. Then yeah, they probably work for the foundation or ended up, being like was integrated into the foundation when the storm came. Okay, I didn't realize like they actually had foundation like connection. Boom, boom, boom. They go faster and faster. Finally, they reach their destination. To patch the fragmented errors in the future, and to store the currently unimportant files and reports, people built this reference room in the shape of a box of gray and white walls. During this awful time, which might last for ages, people call it the footnote of history. Wow.
Here we are. The reference room storing unnecessary information. It's a place ignored by most staff.
Wow. Hey, Crimson, welcome.
Even so, this careful, reliable monitor assistant will not let go of any details.
She knocks on the rusty sign haughtily.
I hereby officially appoint you as the Chief Assistant of Monitor Assistant of SPDM.
Okay.
I will take my responsibility and teach you how to become a devoted Foundation member.
Matilda pulls off the cloth, covering the archive cabinet. Dust rises in the air.
Here is your first task. Read through these unsorted old files. All of them.
Oh my god. The monitor assistant takes a dusty file from the cabinet. The paper inside has already turned yellow. Can y'all start digitizing this shit?
These are the last
like
part.
Scan or something? Don't y'all have computers?
Most of them are discarded administrative documents, low priority materials, and substandard reports written by rookie investigators.
No. Oh wait, no, we've seen Matilda many times. Yeah, no, she's definitely a reoccurring character.
By the way, you should know I didn't sort any of them out for you, and they don't necessarily have what you want.
Okay.
It's all right. Leave them to me. I love reading.
Aw, that's good. You got a lot to read through, girl. Hey, Magaloon, welcome. Oh, fair enough. With digitizing a thing in 1999. Yeah, wait. Oh, that's true. Okay, they only have tech up to 1999. Oh, then that means their computers are the big chunky ones then, right? Scanners didn't exist yet, maybe? Oh, no. Okay. Well, damn. No wonder they're still papery.
You'd better do. Here's the key.
Old school.
Keep it safe.
Literally.
You can sit on the cushions there when you sort out the files. I don't want your dress to stain the stone bench.
Oh, okay.
I'll go see if I missed any files. Listen, this monitor assistant will test you on your familiarity with these files when she's back.
That's true. I don't know. I feel like there's pros and cons to paper though, also because
Double check completed.
3 hours later.
Looks like I didn't miss any relevant files.
Because you can lose paper easily too, though. Like, what if a fire happens or something, or like the paper's turning yellow? Like, what if the ink fades? Oh, fair enough. Investigators in previous years submitted paper reports. Yeah. Okay, I guess we're just not up to snuff on the technology yet.
Phew, quite a long day. I doubt if that spoiled lady can finish all the materials. She must have been bored and fallen asleep, waiting for her tea kettler in the dream. It takes much more than dancing at balls to be a Foundation investigator.
Girl.
I'll send her back to that teacher when she wakes up. In the end, it will be the kind-hearted Matilda who finishes the task for her. Being a great monitor assistant comes with great responsibility.
Oh, Matilda. probably already finished. She didn't fall asleep. Again, Matilda gently pushes the door open. Surprisingly, she is welcomed with an energetic greeting.
Oh, Miss Niche.
Standing on a ladder, Sotheby gives a big smile with a stack of files in her hand. The files she didn't finish reading are scattered on the ground, while the others have been well organized in the cabinet.
You didn't fall asleep. Did you sort out these files?
You underestimated her.
And I love these books in uncommon shapes. There are so many wonderful stories. I often read books with Sasana when father wasn't at home. We read and read until the red waves woke up the sun. Moreover, these files are much easier than Miss Moisson's reading to us.
Oh, wow. It's true, smug Matilda. So cute. Oh, wow. The first scanner was invented in 1975? Oh, wow. Damn, that's pretty early, huh? But I guess, I don't know if in 1999... Well, that was a time when... That was still dial-up, wasn't it? Yeah, because dial-up existed until, like, at least 2000... I definitely still had dial-up in, like, 2000, 2001, 2002, I think. Yeah, oh yeah, scanners back then would be really slow. But it would be, it wasn't something everyone had, yet. Was it 2004? I can't remember. I'm trying to remember when we switched from dial-up. It's been so long ago, guys. Wait, that was only 20 years ago that people were still using dial-up. Oh my god. I feel like that's not... It was like a long time ago, but not really. Oh my god. Oh, the red comb Aves are chickens? Oh, that's so cute. How fitting. So look, guys, our chicken talk earlier, it was so fitting. It's so cute. I get it. The red comb. The red combs are, you know, the thing that's on top of the chicken's head? Like the spiky things that like stick up? That's what they call it, a comb. He's so cute. You can hear that sound? The dial-up sound? Yeah, I know, right? Ugh. We're aging like a fine wine. Yeah, right? I don't know. I feel like I get better with age. Bones creaking, everything hurts in my body, but I feel like I have a better personality. I don't know. Who knows? You guys can tell me. But yeah, man. It's crazy. And for those of y'all who did not have to experience dial-up, y'all are lucky. Yes, like, okay, think about it. Okay, for those who did not have the pleasure of dealing with dial-up internet, we could not talk on the phone while being on the internet at the same time. Landlines were a thing. Your phone had to... You had to be stuck to the wall with a long string to use the phone, and you had to remember everyone's number. Oh my god, good time. Well, I mean, not grown up, but it's crazy just thinking about like how technology was back then versus now. Mentally, we getting better. Physically, yeah, right. Even Virgin would laugh at us. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, no, that's very true. It's like mentally we are maturing. We know how to handle things better. We're learning more about ourselves and how to handle things. I feel physically, yeah, that's declining. It's kind of crazy how that works, huh?
Here, the gentleman from River Conway tamed a whole group of Avanks. How marvelous is that? Oh, okay. Looks like you meet the basic requirements for being a rookie investigator.
Oh, Matilda.
Tu es plus ou moins qualifié pour être mon assistante en chef.
Matilda underestimated Sotheby. Right? Anytime anyone had to use the phone or call someone, I had to get off the internet. It was so annoying. I was like, ugh. Because then, not only that, because it takes so long to connect. Like, I don't know if you guys remember dial-up being pretty slow. But like every time you had to like get off of it and then you had to get on again, oh my god, you had to wait quite a bit for it to like connect. It wasn't instant. So it was like a whole process if someone had to make a phone call. Man. Oh jeez. Yeah, unplugging the phone and replugging it. Yeah. So wild. We old, you guys. We old. Oh my god, AOL! I miss AOL and MSN Messenger. Oh my god, that was how we communicated, guys. That was like Skype and Discord. Well, it was Discord, Skype before Discord, before Skype. Oh my god. We're going back to 1999, guys. 1999, early 2000s. I remember AIM. That was great. And then MSN Messenger. it was like I had some friends on AIM, AOL, and some on MSN. So it's kind of like, oh. So I'd have to have both at one point. Oh man, the good old days. And the computers were so chunky, right? Like the boxy computers. Oh my god, the Bo Burnham Welcome to the Internet song. Yeah. That song is hilarious. We're not old, we're vintage classics. Yeah, we're classic now, guys. Oh my god. Oh yeah, the yellow guy from the AIM logo. Oh my god, I loved it. And then the whole like the sound it makes when like you got a new message. Ah, right? The boxy PCs. Oh, they took up so much room. And Regulus was before 1999. She was in the 60s. She's ancient. Wait, so think about it. If she was like, she lived in the 60s, she would still be alive by now, right? Yeah. She'd be pretty old. She'd be like, how old would she be today into 2025? Because she was born, what? Well, she lived in the 60s, so she would have been born, what, the 50s? So she would be, I'm trying to math. Oh my gosh, she'd be like 75, 80. Oh my god. Hagulous. Yeah, she'd be a hag. Old granny. Yeah. Drivas and Sotheby. Oh, 19. Okay, that's 1929. Like, I don't think they'd be alive. Like, unless they lived to, let's see, that's 70 plus 25. That's like 95 years old. Yeah, unless they lived to 95, like, I don't know. No, they'd be over 100 years old. Because this is their age in 1929. So she was born like what? Before the 1920s. Oh, I don't think Regulus wasn't born in the 60s because she was already this age in the 60s. Oh, Druids. Oh yeah, that's true. She's a druid. Okay, I'm talking about if we took away all the magical stuff. If they're just normal, you know? Normal people. Let's just take away all the magical stuff of this world. If they were just normal people. Yeah, Drava seems like she would probably live long. Unless she had like an illness or something. But, man. This is wild. But yeah, no, like the whole 1999 end of the world scare was a real thing, guys. For those who didn't live during that time, or who wasn't born during that time yet, I remember that like in 1999, people thought the world was going to end when it hit December 31st at midnight, 1999. So it was kind of crazy. Yeah, Y2K! I remember that. I was like sitting in my living room watching TV. We had like a big ass, it was like a big TV, like a big ass TV, but it was so fucking boxy. But yeah, Y2K was hilarious. So silly. Man, the good old days. For those of us who are alive in 1999. Oh really, they do reference the Y2K stuff in the game. See, like it makes sense because I would think like almost the whole game is very inspired by Y2K, considering it's reverse 1999. Like, what a year, right? End of the century. So very interesting. That's why like it's kind of cool, because like for those who I feel like who kind of actually did live that through that year during that time, I feel like we really appreciate this game, because it's like, oops, it's, you know, it was kind of our era. Oh, okay, yeah, because the first storm happened in 1966. Yeah. Y2K panic caused the first storm. Yeah, right? They talk about Y2K in the loading screen. I think I saw that, a little excerpt. Magic Y2K. Guys, wouldn't it be crazy if when the world, or quote, when everything ended in Y2K 1999, like it literally turned everything magical, like in this game. This could have been our path. Just creates arcanist. You wouldn't survive. I don't know. I feel like people are really good at adapting. So whatever comes our way, you know. I feel like humans are very persistent, very resilient. Persilient? Is that even a word? You guys be surprised. I don't know. I feel like aside from cockroaches, is like humans, because like humans are very stubborn and determined. Yeah, resilient. It's like, is there a word that's both that combines resilient and persistent? Like, we're very persistent at life. Everyone romanticizes the last century as the new century kind of sucks. I feel that, you know, because also for us living for us that are adults now, that was the good times in the 90s, because that's when, you know, we were growing up, turn of the century, technology was booming. Remember, like, a lot of us didn't grow up with like iPhones, internet, computers, so it's like a whole nother, it was a really interesting generation, because like now kids grow up with phones and internet, you know, Netflix and games and everything. We had like video games. We were like the first like generation that experienced it, you know, because that's when video games came upon us, computer, internet. So it's kind of like crazy that we experienced so much, being like living through that era pretty much. So yeah, oh my god, yeah, right, iPad kids. So it's crazy. It's like now kids at like 2 or 3 are getting iPads. You know, when I got my first iPad, like, I don't know, 20 something, couple years ago. So it's just kind of crazy. Yeah. We learn from change from tech to tech. So it's like we were like technology generation. It's wild. Game Boy Color, yes. Oh my god, Pokemon Yellow, that was my first Game Boy game. Kids these days could not understand. They would, oh my god, it's so crazy how different it is. Most people didn't get that skill to be able to change tech. Yeah, cause I see there's also a crazy thing too, because those of us that grew up during the technology boom, we had to learn how to use technology quick. We had to learn how to adapt. But kids now, I learned that they don't know how to like use certain technology, or they don't know how to learn it. It's really weird. Like, I don't know, it's very strange. I'm like, what? Like, unless they have to, it's weird. And then I didn't realize kids now, they don't know how to read an analog clock. because they're so used to digital clocks. Like, oh, you just look it up on your phone or whatever. And I guess classrooms have digital clocks now or something. But like a lot of kids now these days don't know how to read an analog clock. It boggles my mind. I'm like, what? That's so crazy. So, oh my God, Minesweeper. Yes. I mean, I was there too. I mean, I played that too. Wait, didn't Minesweeper come after the Game Boy Color? Or was it the same? Analog clocks without the numbers on it? No. I mean, I can read a analog clock without the numbers on it because I know the positions of the hands. Like, you kind of have to. Minesweeper, pinball, space pinball on the Windows computers. But yeah. Minesweeper came out in 1989. Oh, really? Oh, well, you know, I didn't have a computer until like... I probably didn't have a computer until 1999. Honestly. Wait, I did play Minesweeper before getting a Game Boy. Wait, I can't remember. Oh my God, I don't know. Because I think it's just what my family could afford, you know? So it's kind of like, I don't remember what I played first. Yes, I missed the space pinball so bad. I'm like, is there a way I can play it? Because I remember spending so much time playing that game. It was so fun. And the noises it made were so good. It was so good game. I remember playing a lot of Minesweeper. I was really bad at it, though. I just played a lot of space pinball. But yeah, those like good times. This is what we had to keep us entertained, kiddos. Because I know there's a like the different age people probably in chat. So it's like, oh, crazy. I guess I'm showing my age here, but it's fine. This is so wild. Like, this is what 1999 was like, guys. So it was fun. Yeah, Windows XP, man. Reading books to entertain yourself. Yeah, we had to read books. You couldn't read visual novels or games. So it's fun. The boxy PC games, yeah. I don't know if this was a thing for anyone else, but I played a lot of the Jumpstart games. Like, they're kind of like educational games on the computer. My dad would buy like the little disc for them. It was fun. Nugent doesn't understand. Yeah, right. Hey, Minnie, welcome. It's crazy. Now you can just download your game from Steam. Before we had to buy CDs. Do kids these days know what CDs are? I know kids these days don't really know what cassettes are, but CDs, man. Crazy times. Now computers don't even come with CD readers. It's crazy. I guess it's not needed anymore. Oh, floppy disk. Oh my God. I wasn't in floppy disk era for long because everything started switching to CDs. Real ones still listen to vinyls. They have brought them back though a bit. You know, you can get, because I've seen like a vinyl player at like Walmart. I mean, it's like, you know, new school technology, but whatever. Lego Island PC game. I don't think I ever played that, but that's funny. Struggles of cassette tapes. Yeah, it's crazy like how technology has changed. I mean, I like it. I mean, it's a lot more convenient. I can just play games now without having to buy physical cartridges. To be honest, I stopped liking physical copies of things because it just takes up room. I'm not per se a collector in that sense. You know, I know a lot of people still like collecting like physical copies of games and stuff. I just think digital is just more convenient. So Walkman, oh my God, I didn't have a Walkman. I started with a CD player. Yeah, I know that's the issue with Steam, and with a lot of digital games these days. Yeah, and okay, CD sales have been on the rise because people want to own their music again. But honestly, I kind of like Spotify. I don't use Spotify. I actually use YouTube Music. But you know, music streaming platforms. It's kind of like I don't know, because I just don't like physical copies, honestly. To me, I feel like I just like having like everything in one place. So just having like so many different like things, it's just kind of annoying to me. So because I'm not very organized, so it's just kind of like, okay. Oh my god, when the CD player couldn't read the CD, DVD player couldn't read the CD anymore. Oh man, I had an iPod, and I love that thing. MP3 players, oh my god, like I loved my iPod. I had an iTouch. Oh my god, the iTouch was like the best thing ever. Just think of it like a phone, but without like the phone functions. So you can still play like apps and stuff, but you can only be connected to the internet, because I don't think like the whole 5G, 4G connection, like cellular data things was existing yet. But the iTouch was like the best thing. I loved it so much. I kind of miss it, and I kind of wish I had like a device like that without like the phone function, just so I can like have apps. Well, I guess now I have an iPad, so it's same thing. But yeah, iPods were fun. It's a lot easier to install mods with Steam. Yeah, so like there's definitely pros and cons with digital versus physical and all that. So there's definitely arguments for either side. And it just comes down to preference at that point. Like, what do you prefer? What's more convenient for you? What do you like and everything? You go with, oh yeah, radios. Yeah, no, definitely. And an MTV, I remember MTV. Some of the little shows they had on MTV, I kind of like remember them sometimes, and I'm like, damn, that shit was funny. So I was like, man, that was good stuff back then. But yeah, but it is what it is. Technology has changed, and you know, you either adapt or you just, who knows? You kind of have to adapt. Because I don't know, I feel like even grandpas, like old people have to. Like, my grandpa knows how to like navigate YouTube now. He knows how to like download apps to watch movies. I'm like, damn, you know. It's easier to get entertainment now, so that's the thing. It's fun. Like, look, I wouldn't be able to be streaming or playing all these games, you know, without technology. So yeah, fun. Okay, so back to what's her name? Matilda. She's busy announcing her big discovery.
And I also found this interesting report. It tells a lot about the storm and the numbers.
Oh, here we go.
Will this be helpful to Burton? Show it to me.
She takes a pile of yellowed paper from Sotheby. This neat and orderly written report has no beginning or end. Obviously, the author is a meticulous person.
I have to say, it is undoubtedly a violation to submit such a report.
Huh?
But it will be a travesty of the truth and human sense if I cover it up.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Peace,
sense, justice. They have always been the creeds in my heart, and are now the reason why I've decided to write down the whole thing.
Oh no, what secrets are we gonna discover now?
A long time has passed since the first attack of the most severe crisis in our time, but we are still wondering, what on earth does it mean? That was the eve of the millennium, of which no one had any memories, illogically. The next day, time was already reversed to 1996, the moment we opened our eyes.
Eve of the millennium? Is she literally talking about 1999? Oh man, we could not go into 2000. Y2K, baby.
We walked out of the building made of grey and white marble as usual, hardly aware that the sun we bathed in was from another time. Our survival was unexpected and almost unbelievable in such a calamity which swept the globe. Why did the headquarters of the Foundation survive the reverse?
Yeah, wait, that's
Why couldn't
really weird.
we find our younger selves in the outside world? did any other region survive it as we did? What was the cause behind this calamity?
Wait, that is really weird.
I didn't know, nor did anyone else.
How did... Are they saying the Foundation existed before the storm? Like, before the first storm? Somehow the Foundation did not get... Or, yeah, somehow the Foundation got reversed. Ooh. That's a little sussy.
Things remained unclear until time was reversed again. This time, we all witnessed that reign in the 80s.
These files Vertin needs? I think so.
She says in a trembling voice. Wait, you didn't tell us... Wait, that cannot be all of it. You need... Please, tell me what else it says. This monitor assistant, who always claims to have a cool head, has never panicked so much. Girl, for you to act like that, like, I need to know now. Tell me.
It's a report written by someone who witnessed the storm.
Okay.
And it has recorded the storms before Vertin became the timekeeper.
I'm confused. I thought everyone... Don't they have records of the storm? Like, are you saying like there was a timekeeper before the timekeeper? Isn't this important? Why is this documented in the back rooms? Interesting. Wait, good point. Who can record storm if they all reversed?
Before she became the timekeeper? Whoa. So Vertin wasn't born a timekeeper?
No. Okay, so we already know that.
She didn't tell you that? Wait, no one is born a timekeeper. It's not an inherited title. Anyway, this report includes the secret chronology only accessible to the core members of the Foundation. You can only check it under the supervision of the monitor assistant before you become a qualified investigator.
Okay. Matilda dusts off the folder carefully.
No matter what the reason is, it shouldn't have been shoved in this dusty room
Yeah.
like rubbish.
Like, this is kind of important.
To evaluate its authenticity and risk, the genius Matilda Boiniche will fulfill her duty as the monitor assistant and carry out a thorough inspection of this report. If you agree to this resolution, please nod, Assistant Sotheby.
The speech is full of terminology Sotheby has never heard of, but it doesn't matter. Based on the tone of the speech, she has already decided how to answer.
Yes.
Oh.
That was 1985. A gloomy, miserable night compared to that peaceful morning in 1996, when we were only bothered by confusion.
So we do get to have a we get to continue this investigation report.
We didn't expect time to be reversed again.
Whew.
Nor did we understand the consequence. Even now, I still remember Paulina's desperate cry. One of her hens was already inside the safe area when she fell at the entrance to the headquarters. And that was the only part of her left to us the next second.
That's that's terrible.
The only legacies we found were an engagement ring on that hand and her favorite blue polka dot scarf, which we used to wrap her remains in the end.
That sucks to only be partially in the storm. I mean, in the safe area when the storm comes. Like, that's so tragic.
To be honest, I admired those who still remained calm and sympathized with the arcanists on the edge of mental breakdown. It had nothing to do with the 1/4 arcanist blood in my body. It was only the kind of empathy which all mankind would share out of instinct in the face of a hopeless calamity. We lost many, too many colleagues. In the materials they sent back, we even saw all the horrifying phenomena, such as one's veins turning into electric wires.
That's so crazy.
Since then, the storm, a word simply taken from visual observation, has been used to refer to the calamity. Of course, we can have a word for the calamity itself. But what words should we use to conclude all the absurdity and panic? Before the storm, we were all familiar with time. It was supposed to be a straight line connecting the past and the future. We followed the line to move forward. We broke free from ignorance. We built civilizations. We developed technologies. We promoted the well-being of mankind. And we improved our living conditions step by step. We were so sure that we were making progress on the right path.
And
Then, the path was taken away all of a sudden.
yeah, that's wild. Like, this is so crazy.
Oh, time. Our closest old friend, where are you taking us? Back to the two most painful war times in the 20th century? The era when no one had ever heard the hiss of steam engines? Or the century when mankind was yet to be enlightened? So far, mankind has achieved a lot in history. Dynamos, automobiles, flyovers, railways, hospitals, poorhouses. But if it goes on like this, what is the point of all the efforts we have made? Now we are like a shipwreck left on the island of time, witnessing the fall of the whole modern world in the unstoppable tsunami.
This is so well written.
Even though the Foundation has lost a lot of staff members, they are still doing fine compared to Laplace. My younger brother was a good example. He was the most sensible person I have ever known. On the first day of the second reverse, he told me, in a calm manner,
At least we have reaffirmed that Newton was right. There was never an arrow of time in classical mechanics. Neither in relativity nor quantum mechanics.
Oh my god.
That means this is absolutely normal. Whether the time goes backwards or forwards, even if it starts spinning around like a tabletop football player. They're not against the law of physics. We can go back in time and give one guy a medal of great profit.
I don't think that's how it works.
the next day he almost fell off the 6th floor due to excessive drinking.
Yeah, wait, yeah, right? A calm manner? Like, he sounded so, like manic, you know? And look, he drank so much. He almost died. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, I would think this is so traumatic. Like, it's kind of crazy, especially like these first few ones when they didn't really understand. Like, oh my god, it just goes against everything people know.
All the perceptions of time and space developed to this day were overthrown. We couldn't find any theories to explain the storm in any existing researches. There could only be two reasons for this situation.
It's almost like, which one? It's like worst or bad. Worst being, oh, you die in the storm. Bad is you survive the storm, but you kind of go crazy. It's crazy, like, it's ridiculous. Huh.
Either we've been completely wrong all the time, or we've come to a brand new world. And this new world can never make sense in the way of science, or that of physics. It cannot be verified by an independent third party, and it is impossible to be comprehended through reasoning. Is it true that we have been going the wrong way? Is it true that those once proven wrong by history, those arcanists who claim to possess gnosis, are actually on the right path? In fact, the one who put an end to the chaos was indeed not a human. This thing, I had no idea what it was. It claimed to be a machine which never stops working.
What?
It laughed at the limitations of our brains and the metaphysical mistakes we make ceaselessly. But it did solve the most urgent issue. A system was built to tackle storm-relevant emergencies after it took charge of Laplace. The The first measure it adopted was contacting all the existing branches of the Foundations at the time to confirm the scale of available manpower. Then it built observation stations all over the globe to find if there were any other regions immune to the storm. After that, numerous offices responsible for deducing the cause of the storm were established. Even though there were countless disagreements during the research, at least we had taken the first step.
I would believe, like, holy shit, it's chaos. Like, what did people do?
I handed in the application to take part in this mission, determined to get rid of the fog in my mind. In 1986, I was assigned to the office in Egypt. All my friends came to the dock to see me off, because we knew it could be the final goodbye. Even though we were equipped with the emergency communication devices issued by Laplace, we were still not clear when the storm would assault us, or where we could hide nearby. What really scared me was not the threat to my life, but the possibility of dying ignorant. Then I boarded the ship to Alexandria from Athens. And that was when I met her.
Oh?
Now when I recall it, it was almost impossible to ignore that group of arcanists on the ship. There were about a dozen of them, all in eccentric stitched robes. They were followers of a strange school which mixes arcanum and mathematics.
Might be our Math Island people.
I talked to them. No matter how much that conversation bewilders me now, I was more excited than confused at the time. They also survived the storm in 1996, and they noticed the unusual changes taking place in the world as well. That means I actually met another group of survivors from the millennium.
She stops turning the pages.
Wait!
Matilda's like mind blown. I don't blame her. Like, this is crazy. It's wild.
A school of arcanists who survived the storm?
That would be our Math Island people. The island is immune to the storm. Tower of Babel? Oh my god.
A mixture of arcanum and mathematics. The ship on the Mediterranean. Unbelievable. Our investigator actually met this group of arcanists who believed in numbers, and even left such a precious record down on paper.
Wait, you can skip this chapter, but doesn't the next one locked unless you play it?
Does it mean we are close to being helpful to Virgin?
This gives a lot of, I feel like a lot of backstory. There's a lot of lore. Oh, people just skip the scenes. Okay. You know, that's crazy. I would think every main chapter is important, even if it's like an intro chapter or whatever, like a special chapter. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, it's important. If it's part of the main story, then, like, you know, it's important. Ooh. Because there's a lot of, like, lore, backstory and stuff. Oh, to them it was, like, filler. But I don't know. Like, even filler stuff, like, they wouldn't add it in the game if it didn't. They give you important information. The chief assistant of the monitor assistant lets out a cheer.
Certainly. It's what we deserve for all the efforts today. But why did they leave such an important report in the reference room storing unnecessary information?
Oh, that's true. Chapter 5 did end on a cliffhanger, and so I guess people were eager to find out what happened after that. You love that people do this and then complain that they don't get what's going on. Yeah, like, this is a lot of important backstory. Like, oh my god.
Did they misput it here after the chaos of the storm?
Putting her confusion aside, Matilda turns to the next page of the record.
Among them, the most easygoing one was Hugh. He was an engineer as well as an arcanist. We shared the same preference for human technology. And that became our common topic.
So this is one of those Math Island people?
Hugh was in his 30s, red-haired, cheeks sunken, and deeply depressed due to some kind of eye disease. He was a decent man, with a prudent attitude, working at a desk most of the time. He reminded me of the imperial miniature painting artists in the Sultan's palace. Most of them ended up blind after toiling for their life. He showed me the picture of his daughter. I don't have children, but I could feel his happiness as a father. Although I got along well with Hugh, he seemed quite out of place among that group, which was actually led by her. I don't know what words to use to describe her. She was like a meteor shower, a tempest, or an unreasonable catastrophe itself. Her existence was just like her name. It was simple, yet implied a lot. Please forgive me for my cowardice. Even now, I don't have the courage to write down her name.
That's weird.
If one would call that a name.
What?
In fact,
How powerful
she
can
was
a
quite
name
a
be?
kind, warm-hearted person.
Where you don't even want to write it
all the
down.
unregistered arcanists I've met, she was one of the nicest ones towards the Foundation.
Huh.
She looked young, even though I heard she had a daughter too. Besides, she still possessed the innocence of a child, and that kind of excitement exclusive for genius. That's right. It seems the whole world was like a sparkling toy to her. Our communication was heart-stirring at the beginning. Both of us were eager to find out what was happening, like two shipwrecked victims grappling at each other on the sea. But I didn't have the slightest idea what she was talking about, actually. The problem was not the typical communication issues between humans and arcanists. I was sure the language we used didn't pose any obstacles, but still I couldn't understand any words of hers.
Wait, that makes sense, because if they're from Math Island, oh my god, they talk so crazy.
I would believe that one is highly intelligent if one can name all the factors of 11,567 without thinking.
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
But
how many people can really do
what
that?
this one said was illogical nonsense which no one could ever imagine.
They just have a different, like, understanding.
She claimed that there is a world of numbers, above all else, where the non-physical essences of all things exist in the form of timeless, absolute, unchangeable ideas, and that the physical world where the time flows is nothing but an appendage, which has never been real or true.
When the math people start, like, talking like that, my brain kind of just turns off, because I'm just like, what?
And that's why the chaos in this world is not worth any attention, and we should focus on what happened to the supreme existence.
Please, my brain hurts already.
What an utter disaster combining modern maths with ancient superstition. I saw another hubristic arcanist pretending to be the prophet by reliving Platonism. I don't even bother to mention the balderdash on soul numbers. Even the New Age movement could use some of her absurdity.
It's like I just I'm trying to, like, wrap my head around, like, the math people's way of thinking. Like, is it like almost like a religion, like equivalent to like a religion for them? Like, I mean, the math people are pretty much a cult, right? Like, kind of, it's like cultish. Like, I'm just like, what?
But that was not yet the end. She even claimed to be aware of the exact year when the next reverse would happen.
I mean, I understand using math to do calculations and stuff, but how they're talking about and kind of using math, it's just kind of like, wait, what? Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, definitely a cult, like, math cult. They just really love math, where it's kind of like, it's just crazy. Oh, it's actually a real religion? Like, they base it off a real religion? Okay, yeah, like, it's math as a faith. like kind of like a religion. Like they believe in math. Like that's what I'm saying. Is like math is their god or whatever. Their whole what they believe in. Like, okay, so they're based off of Pythagoreanism, which I'm assuming is like a math religion way of thinking, faith, whatever you want to call it, because honestly it all boils down to the same meaning, all those words. Oh yeah, no, definitely Foundation is definitely a cult. Manus is definitely a cult. Foundation, it's Foundation is an organization, like is a cult disguised as an organization for quote the greater good, you know. So like, yeah, any organization honestly has the potential to be a cult. Whenever they have their own rules and ways of doing things and thinking, then yeah, no, definitely a cult. Like, yeah, like I'm just thinking, like, who writes this? The dialogue is so wild. Like, writing this, I'm like, oh my god, like, holy shit. I know they're not exactly a cult, but like, honestly, any organization can be cult-like. So it just boils down to that. Like, you could even say like VTubers are kind of like VTuber culture. Well, think about it. Culture. Cult comes from the word culture. Like, when you have like a group of people with their own way of doing things and thinking about things or certain rules and stuff, like, honestly, like, everything and anything can be a cult to be at this point. You know, like VTuber, yeah, because think about it, like, even VTubers, like, there's certain things about it where it's like, you can count it as a cult. Like, yeah, you know. streaming can be a cult. Like it's just, anything can be a cult at this point. Oh my god. Anyways,
when I asked her about it seriously, she said, "My apologies. I've made an oath. I shall and only shall reveal the demonstration to people who have their own soul."
Oh my god. Meeting these math people for the first time is just kind of like mind-blowing. I'm like, honestly, if I met one of these in real life, I'd just be like, what? Cutie bunny cult. I don't think I'm big. I don't think we're big enough to be cult. I'm talking about like VTubing, like, in general, definitely. Like, because think about it, like, there's just things, if you're like, whether you're a VTuber or a VTuber enjoyer, there's certain like things, right? Like graduation. What does graduation mean? Debut. The whole anonymity. Oh my god, I can't freaking say this word. The whole anonymous thing about, you know, playing, like, pretty much being an anime character on the internet, streaming, and just like the lingo when it comes to like VTuber culture and stuff like that. So it's just kind of like, yeah, the Lulu cult. Oh my god. So it's just kind of like, there's just anything could be a cult, right? So crazy. Like, oh my god, I'm trying to wrap my head around this.
I'm not sure whether she was making fun of me or being serious, but I had this feeling that she was eager to tell me how she was granted the secret through a moment of afflatus.
So this is like almost like one of the first encounters with the Math Island people. Oh yeah, no, definitely. I would say like college was a cult. Like any organization, like anytime there's like a large group of people where they have their own kind of set of rules or understanding, you know, definitely I would just say cult. But think about it, cult is just a short form of, at this point, culture. You know, everything has its own culture. You know, there's college culture, there's VTubing culture, there's streaming culture. There's just everything, right? Make my own cult. I don't think we're big enough I don't think my following is big enough to be a cult. Oh, fair enough, right? Cults are all about controlling how people act, think, what info they have access to. Yeah, that's probably more on the extreme side of cults. But oh my god, you're right. The Math Island is the opposite of brain rot in this generation. I can see that. Yeah, definitely. Oh my god. It's kind of crazy.
It seemed she just saw through the laws behind all things instead of finding them through logical deduction.
That doesn't even make sense. Like, what? It's not a cult, it's a lifestyle. Yeah, right. If I want to live in my Delulu lifestyle with my fictional anime characters and my gotcha gambling game, then yes. Can you get 2 hops? What does that mean? Like, you want me to hop? Like buddy hops? Like I don't know how I'm supposed to do that. Like, I guess. Wait, hold on, let me see. I can like hop. I can be like woo woo. I'll hop. Like, I guess I'm a bunny, so it's like pion 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 pion. That's the best I'm gonna. I guess that's the best I could do. Guys, I'm only a 2D anime character on the internet. I don't know what you're expecting from me.
Can't you see it? It is right in front of you.
I can't with these math people. Like, no, I don't see shit. Like, I can't even
After I
math.
expressed my inability to comprehend her words 30 times, she finally gave up and proffered regrets. I'd rather take it as a new kind of humiliation.
It's so crazy.
What really irritated me about her, however, was her contempt towards science and all the scientific research methods.
I mean, they just believe in math. They're like, fuck science. We just believe in math.
As far as I'm concerned, the value of a theory lies in its reliability, universality, and generalizability. Our pursuit of the truth has laid the foundation of modern science, allowing us to change the world. Yet, in her eyes, the value of a theory lies in its beauty.
What? Oh, it's getting worse, I feel. Oh.
I talked to her on the current situation, and I told her how we would save lives and preserve the hard-earned technology of mankind if we could find the pattern of the storm.
God.
It was of course not an easy thing to do and would take enormous manpower. So I asked her sincerely to join the Foundation.
She's like,
But
no,
again, she
fuck
responded
that.
with contempt. She believed they would only become another military squad of the Foundations.
I mean, she's not wrong. That's what they would do.
Darling, maths are beautiful for their uselessness.
What? I swear to God, like all these math people. Oh my God, please. They say the most crazy. Like, cannot understand.
That's why it remains noble and graceful in this sordid world, despite you humans' reckless action of using it to calculate ballistic.
Oh my God. It's not just math, but a pure transcendental world beyond our own that is breaking point of understanding. Yeah, at this point it's like, I can't even fucking understand them. So like, yeah. These math people are ruining math. Honestly, like, what? Like, do you clearly they see the 37th dimension, we don't. Fair enough. Like, what? So wild.
She turned down my invitation and left an unfairly negative comment on our storm observation project.
Oh God.
The observation stations you built are destined to be toppled because their basis is the fragile world.
I mean, I guess if
follows
they
the
understand
laws of
each other
physics.
and
The efforts you've made are
like,
like
I guess,
sails
go
a
on your merry
sand
way.
beach,
Like, this
which will
is
only be carried
ridiculous.
away by the next tidal wave.
Oh my God. Wow, she's so damn. She's kind of savage. The very extreme side of math. I would definitely be thrown into the sea because I can't understand shit. I'm really bad at math too, so it's just like, no, I can't. Like,
But I said,
I don't even want to be on this island, honestly. Like,
someone has to do it.
if I ended up on this island, I would turn around and throw myself into the sea.
Before making the conclusion
I
that
will
the world
swim
we are
back.
living in is already a hopeless ruin.
It's like, get me off this crazy island. Oh, Jesus.
What a pragmatic, rigorous, and rational speech. But dear, the world is a hopeless ruin.
She's crazy. She's like 37. Is this her mom? Because, like, they definitely speak, like, they speak the same. And it's driving me crazy, honestly.
I don't know why arcanists hate the world so much. Perhaps the reason is they have never been truly accepted. To this day, I still remember her venomous conclusion.
The world built on past experiences has ended. In your words, which you used to mock us, why not embrace the reality?
Yet about the gnosis which she deeply believed in, and the so-called prophecies she made through numbers, she had never given any proofs or details that showed rigorous logic.
Logic? In their math? Oh my god. You should attend one of their argument sessions or whatever they called it. Like, that shit was like a jury. What was it? Like a trial or whatever? Oh my god. I was like, my brain is rotting away. This is so ridiculous. Yeah, math independent of any other area of study. Yeah, like math is like their lifestyle. That's all, like, all they know. Like, it's kind of crazy.
And the reason for her inactions was an oath she had made before some stone?
It gets worse. It is such a cult.
Therefore, I believed her words were only the nonsense of a lunatic. When we first met, I thought she was different from all those psychos who mistook the malfunction of their prefrontal cortex as the will of God. But they turned out to be the same. In the name of human sense, I swore everything she said was absurd and ridiculous to me. Until...
You can't leave us there? Wait.
Madame Z said the arcanists on that island are all named after numbers because they have a strong belief that numbers are the essence of their souls.
Which I still don't quite understand yet, or still...
The
not gonna
investigator
question
wouldn't
it.
write down her name. Is it because of the conflict between their beliefs?
Even if her name was a number, she could have just wrote down the number. Like, I mean, I'm sure people are named after numbers too, which is kind of weird. Matilda turns to the next page eagerly, as if checking a novel brought in class by some undisciplined student. But the reality welcomes her with an empty page! You can't do that to us! What the fuck? I want to know more about this lady's encounter with the crazies.
Huh? That's all?
No. You think it's a dangerous number? What is considered a dangerous number, though? Like, is there even such thing as a dangerous number? The devil's number, really? I don't think they believe in that. Like, it wouldn't matter to them, you know? The writer wants you to buy the sequel. It's like, you must keep playing. No, zero's not dangerous because Vertin is 0. And while it's kind of special, I don't think it's dangerous. No, because if she was pi, she would be an irrational number. And they don't like irrational numbers, so I don't think so. Maybe because the story ends with an abrupt stop, or the hope just raised... Or the hope just raised has dashed down. Matilda clenches her handkerchief with her sweaty palm.
Submitting such an unfinished report would only cause problems for the reviewers and evaluators. But this investigator didn't even write down their name.
Don't worry, Miss Burnish. I'm familiar with this situation.
Every time after the brave Typhon defeats Jupiter, he returns to the Auto Island.
I see, because math is all they care or know about. I don't think they care what we consider unlucky or like a death number. Like, I don't think that would apply to them, because that would only be like, that would only apply to us. Like, oh my god, 13 or 4 or 666, you know, like that's like our notation of the number. Negatives and irrationals are considered dangerous. Oh. Wait, negatives are criminals? Okay. The implication was probably that she didn't want to write it for psychological reasons. Like, she still felt hurt and offended by the lady's speech. I guess. 0 is a number of math people hate. Okay. I am not a math people, though, so I would not know. To me, 0 is just 0.
But each time we twist the ear of Mr. Glassbox, Typhon will show up again and again.
Sotheby, please. My brain is already fried by the math people. Like, can you not? Oh, one of the Manus believes is a negative number? That's funny. See, I don't think 69 would matter to them. Like, any notion or reference or preconceived notion of numbers we have, it wouldn't matter to them. Like, to them, 69 is just a number that comes after 68 and before 70, you know, because like none of that is in their culture, so it's kind of like it wouldn't matter. It's just a number.
Ms. Moisson told me the ear is the key to bringing back our hope.
Okay.
Wait, don't tell me you are talking about the shows on the mechanical television.
Ignoring the monitor assistant's confusion, the enthusiastic young lady starts looking around for the ear that carries all her hope. What? The TV?
Stop, Miss Sotheby. Please, take a seat on the cushion and listen to me carefully. This is a detailed report written by a formal investigator of the Foundations, not some TV show full of cliffhangers. That means we will definitely find the rest somewhere. Oh, I see. Must be a cocoa treant who took away the other part of the book. Usually, they will be attracted by Luna Fixer, and by following their traces, we'll find their lairs in the stable.
You mean someone took it away? That's highly possible. Data loss is not allowed in the Foundation, especially under the Monitor Assistant's management.
We must prepare Luna Fixer. Don't forget their favorite jigging magical beans.
Okay. Oh, numbers did have some meaning? Well, I think it depends, because it just depends on their culture. Like, isn't 6 like the leader number? So it's kind of like they have their own meanings for numbers. Then for some reason 6 is the leader of the group, and etc, etc. So it's kind of like what we attribute to numbers in our culture, or like our understandings of stuff is like, yeah, I don't think they're like I don't think it's the same to them. Like, so crazy.
I don't have those materials with me right now, but I can write to them. It only takes a month.
What? The disconcerting conversation is clearly too much for this rigorous monitor assistant. Wait, there's a dedicated MV for that? What, for the numbers? But I recommend watching it after chapter 7. Okay. Is the meaning of the soul, you think? 6 represents balance and has a balanced soul. Oh, okay. Because it's like we don't know where they're getting their meaning from. Like, whether the writers are intentionally or unintentionally pulling certain meanings to the numbers and attributing it to the math island people. So it's kind of like, Yeah, we don't know. Like, I don't think to the Math Island people, they think of 13 the same as we do, or 4 the same as we do, or 69 as we do, you know?
Nuh-uh, we don't need that.
After taking a deep breath, Matilda takes out her crystal orb. An ambitious smile spreads over her face.
You've perfectly accomplished the task from me when you found this valuable report. Well done, Assistant Sotheby. Now it's time for the great Matilda to show a little bit of her greatness.
Okay. Divination? What are you gonna see on your crystal ball, Matilda? There's no moonlight during the daytime. But the moon is not the only choice for divination. Oh, okay, yeah, like numerology, like astrology is a thing if you believe in it. Yeah, that's true.
Judging from the omen, it's at the northwest, the beginning and the ending of the ring, where the wall reflects repeatedly.
Holding the crystal orb with both hands, Matilda keeps adjusting her position while trying to figure out the vague vision in the spear. Sotheby follows her with a curious face.
The northwest of SPDM. This one is straightforward. The beginning and the ending of the ring is not a problem either. The icon of the computing center is exactly the Ouroboros, a serpent eating its own tail. Here we are. But where the wall reflects repeatedly, does that mean a closed room with mirrors?
Or like a repeating wallpaper?
The mirror in the display center is a huge kinescope in the wall. And the one in the airtight laboratory is a crystal clear observation window. The one in the rehab center? No. The mirrors in the operation room have been replaced with curved electronic screens of steel structure after that xenopilot made a scene. So, where is the answer?
She slowly turns around, trying to find the perfect angle for a clearer vision. A white figure storms away from her side, almost bumping off the orb she tightly holds.
Hey! You just hit me! Shouldn't you apologize?
Uh-oh.
Where did you come from, dork? Wasting my time.
How rude! The man groans a curse and hastily leaves this place with his hands covering his nose and mouth. Weirdo.
What? How could he say that? That's rude! That gentleman doesn't look well. He's covering his face. His nose is running with purple liquid. Oh dear.
Oh,
Did he drink a
probably
whole bottle
running
of purple
to the bathroom,
orange
huh?
juice?
But he didn't have to be so mean.
He needs treatment immediately. Oh, if only I
Leave
had
him
brought
alone.
the Phoenix Heart nerves with me.
He ran towards the rehab center. Nothing
He'll
to
be
worry
fine.
about.
He was
Just
rude
another
anyways.
patient trying to prove he has recovered.
Ahaha. The hasty man has disappeared completely. The little incident doesn't raise anyone's attention. These
The
appear
rehab
crazy
center
people
has
running
all the
around
facilities
anyways.
and medicines he needs. He will be properly treated. But why is he wearing the uniform of Laplace?
Is he trying to escape in disguise?
And where's the receptionist here?
The lobby of the scientific computing center welcomes them with a deafening silence. Uh-oh. The counter is no longer busy with people, but with an auto-recognition device instead.
Does everyone go to the weekend party night?
Probing around the counter, the temporary investigator seems determined to dig out a party gramophone from somewhere.
Absolutely not. The researchers here are too busy to do that. The computing center is working on the most urgent and vital project, the research on the immunity to the storm. We should not disturb them unless it's an emergency. So please stop calling the office and put down the telephone, Miss Sotheby. This is not the ear of a tea kettler, and it won't take you to any twist balls.
The monitor assistant can't stand the difference in their terminology anymore.
Je sais qu'elle est débutante, mais quand même, elle est trop bizarre.
I know she's a rookie, but even so, she's way too unbelievable.
Guide new members with caution and patience. Trigger their
Guide new
reflexes
members
at
with
the right
caution and
time.
patience. Trigger their afflatus at the right
J'avoue
time.
que Verten a remporté une victoire temporaire sur ça.
Oh shit. She said that in French. Oh, I have to admit, Verton is doing it better than me for now. What? Her mumbling is interrupted by the owner of the cheerful footsteps.
Miss Boonish, I just read the map on the counter. You mentioned where the wall reflects repeatedly. Does the vision refer to the racquetball center here? You see, its icon is a bouncing ball.
Huh?
Let me take a look.
See? Sotheby's helpful after all.
Found it. This is really the right direction. Next, empty boxes, glasswares, and copper pieces. Looks like our destination has piles of metal.
The vision of the orb is growing clearer, proving that they're heading in the right direction. That eases Matilda's upset mind.
Good job, Assistant Sotheby. I have to say, I might have gone a bit too hard on you. You are more capable than I thought. Thanks to your prompt reminder, we have saved quite some time.
Sotheby is glad to help.
The young lady gladly hops along the way while she doesn't give up peering at Matilda's crystal orb.
Miss Boonish, since you're such a talented diviner, why don't you just divine the reason for the storm with your inherited arcane ability?
I don't think she's that powerful.
According to Ms. Moisson, the reason still remains a mystery. If the crystal orb can reveal its truth, everything will be much easier for Vertin and her team.
Yeah, that sounds like a big task, actually.
Divine the reason for the storm?
The brave assumption astonishes this great diviner. She almost drops the orb.
That's impossible for sure. It's a typical mistake of laymen to believe one can see everything through divination. You are an expert on potions and arcane creatures, but you have little knowledge on other subjects. Haven't you received any systematic education on Arcanum?
Education in Arcanum? I'm of course well educated in Arcanum, with Ms. Moisson as my tutor, and my arcane friends such as Typhon from the Auto Island, Jupiter, and...
Alright, enough.
These two, they're dynamic. She shakes her head, stopping her from listing another name for an arcane creature that nobody has ever heard of.
I have understood the fact that the education you have received is not systematical, or say incomplete, imperfect, inelegant. But don't worry, because you are talking to the kind-hearted Matilda. She will spend her valuable time to make it up for you.
The great monitor assistant clears her throat and starts recalling what she learned when she was 12.
In fact, the system of Arcanum knowledge is not completely separated from that of human science. For example, the modern pharmacy and chemistry actually originated from the experiments of potions and alchemy in the ancient times. They developed into two different systems because arcanists focused more on the knowledge ignored by scientists, which is gnosis.
Oh.
The knowledge we learn from divination is exactly under this category.
Wow.
So are they saying Gnosis is the basis of their arcane power? Sotheby's eyes light up with amazement. Matilda takes out her notebook and draws a brief sketch in it. Hey, little potato, welcome. Oh.
Let me fill you in with more details. If two human researchers test Snell's law at two different places at the same time without making any mistakes, they will always reach the same conclusion.
Okay.
Or if two potionists use the same ingredients and follow the same formula to make the cough cough stop stop potion separately, their products will also have similar effects.
The names of the potions. Cough, cough, stop, stop. Hey guys, next time you guys are sick, you need to take a cough, cough, stop, stop medicine. Someone make that a name for some cough medicine, please. Cough, cough, stop, stop. Okay, so it's based off of Gnosticism? Okay, that's what I was wondering. Is like the first time I've heard of Gnosis is in Genshin. So Gnosis as the basis is the oh, okay. I don't remember that. I probably went over my head because sometimes they talk about like things and I'm just like, what? Okay.
However, if two diviners respectively perform divination on the same thing, they will probably see totally different visions.
That makes sense.
Because what the divination shows is merely omens. The interpretation of these omens is in fact a kind of subjective deduction based on the reality, and there is no such thing as a standard answer.
Interesting. Like, I like how we get a little insight on how the divination works.
Even if the two diviners draw the same conclusion, it is more of a coincidence than a result that implies generalizability. So diviners never check the accuracy of their divination through the review of peers.
Makes sense.
And this is an example of gnosis. Unlike human sense, it is unique and possesses no universality.
She puts it away and wiggles her index finger.
In other words, even if someone finds out a reason for the storm through divination, they can't have other diviners verify, because 100 different diviners will give out 100 different conclusions. The scene will be even busier than a concert at Music Verein.
Yeah, so you can't divine the reason for the storm because it's probably might not be the same answer. It's not the right answer. Well, we don't know what the real right answer is because everyone who divines it will have a different answer. Oh my god, that's crazy.
That being said, the more possible result we get from the divination is nothing. Divination cannot bring knowledge which the diviners have never learned. The divination of such world-class knowledge, as complicated as the reason for the storm, can only be performed by world-class diviners.
And is there such thing as world-class diviners?
We may find one or two diviners like that if time continues to be reversed.
Oh.
Like Nostradamus. But he lived in the 16th century.
Yeah, we've only been going back like a couple decades. I don't know if we'll make it to the 16th century. Hopefully not. That will be wild. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, okay, that's true. They can divine an answer to the storm, but they can never really prove it's the answer. Yeah. So the answer is that the answer why Matilda cannot predict storms. Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. So everything's like subjective, like interpreting the meaning of a dream. Yeah, that's true. Because like, it just depends on the person. Like, subjective. It's different for everyone.
Besides, even Nostradamus is not always right.
But Miss Boaniche is.
Girl.
Thanks to your divination, we're getting closer and closer to that report, right?
Stop tuning her horn.
You are right. Finding items, interpreting dreams, and making simple prophecies. All these things are just a breeze for the bright and clever Matilda.
I don't think Sotheby's doing it on purpose, but she really knows how to work Matilda. But I think it's just she's doing it pretty much like on accident.
But inquiring about the storm is beyond my ability, and it will only bring misfortune. I will never make such a stupid mistake.
Matilda regains her radiant appearance.
In fact, this half of the report and the handwriting of the author are perfect divination media. Besides, our target is not far away from us, and I'm familiar with the surroundings, which have made things much easier than usual. It is true diviners can improve the accuracy and controllability of their gnosis by practicing repeatedly, holding the rituals properly, and making targeted preparations. But that still doesn't mean the result will be absolutely accurate.
Sotheby nods. No one can tell from her face whether she truly understands that announcement or not. Just nod and smile, you know. Let them keep going. Reading the vision in the orb, Matilda leads Sotheby around another corner nimbly.
The report says that person who mentioned the School of Numbers claimed she was enlightened about the year of the next storm. Is that also by divination?
Oh my god, girl. The math people are just... They're on another level.
I am not sure what kind of arcane skills they used, but numbers are indeed a kind of omen too. I am not talking about the specific knowledge of mathematics, but the numbers themselves, because they are even more abstract than images and languages as kind of symbol. Even so, there is no way for us to verify this prophet, unless it really comes true. That is also why it takes almost nothing to spread a prophecy. My mother told me many people in the outside world write to the Foundation every day, claiming to be prophets who can predict the doomsday and thus requesting unemployment benefits.
Oh my god. Wow. So crazy. That's true. The thing in the cave was also likely divination. Okay.
The Tuesday. Unemployment benefits? Oh my. The outside world is far more wonderful than I thought. How fascinating. This Nash is even greater than I expected.
You bet! Wait, did you mean I was not the greatest?
Oh, Matilda. They have reached the end of the corridor. Matilda puts away the orb and looks at a wooden door with no sign in front of her. This is where the vision leads them to. The room next to the racquetball center.
Here we are, Miss Sotheby. Now, this is the moment to verify the result of my divination.
She opens the door with a slight push. Oh.
If you look at the ground after the rain,
Grandma's
you can
back.
often see a wet, long trail, like this one. At the end of the trail, there may be a snail slowly crawling forward. Yes, forward. The snail marks the direction for us. But what if we don't see any snails at either end? How are we going to distinguish the direction to the future from that to the past?
We need a criterion? I don't know. Sorry, I don't have an idea.
Ah, you just figured out how those researchers handled matters.
Huh?
Face the ignorance and do everything they could to find the answers.
Okay.
When the rain rose, they struggled to collect every component left, hoping to preserve the castle built by science. Unfortunately, the effort was in vain. Another wave washed away the castle and restored it to quicksand.
Okay.
Even so, they still worked hard in that house like canned sardines to record what was happening.
Damn.
Because they believed at least the can holding them was a safe place.
Oof.
Yet in the end, they found that the can was only another sandcastle on the beach.
Oh, geez. That's kind of dark.
Everything they were familiar with disappeared when the first drop of rain rose.
What happened then?
The chaos didn't last. If it really was the rain that swept away the snail and messed up time, then we should look at the silver lining. Does it mean we will find out the truth of time once the secret of the rain is revealed?
Will we?
There has never been a shortcut like this one. since time is only an intangible concept.
You know, I believe that. Like, honestly, like, wait, you know what? Based on what she's saying, like, what is the purpose? What is the purpose of all this? You know, will we actually find out the truth? It's an intangible concept. It's just, is everything in vain? The work of the Foundation, the work of Verton, like, oh no. I was like, then again, in the end, does it even matter? But you know what? Human nature. We're so curious. Curiosity. We gotta know. We're so persistent. Like, oh.
So then, observation stations were built all over the globe. The staff learned how to collect and keep the valuable samples efficiently in no time. The little boxes they used to store the raindrops are still being upgraded even now.
Right? Existential crisis. Oh. Yeah, who knows? We take it one step at a time. Fair enough. That is honestly because humans are so persistent, you know? We're going to keep going.
Order and silence were brought back to the labs. Every piece of gear was placed back on the right track. It was a grand feat, and no one could have accomplished it inside this huge, cumbersome machine, except another machine. She took no sides and sought only predictable results.
Okay. I think also what makes humans very persistent is because I think we just want a purpose, right? Like, we do things because we want a purpose in life. Like, we're here. What are we doing, you know? I know a lot of, like, most animals, they just try to survive. Like, what is it in nature? It's more of like survive and then pass on your genes, pretty much. So, but then for humans, it's like we have evolved into such a society, and like humans are just so smart that like we almost took away the concept of surviving. Well, yeah, like we still have to quote unquote survive, but not in the sense of like animals in the wild in nature, but like once you take away the survival, the hardship of survival, it's kind of like, now what do? You know, now you have a purpose in life. You look for a purpose in your life. Like, what do you do? What do you put on this earth to do, right? Like, I don't know. Keep living, keep surviving. I mean, some people have obviously people have dreams and goals, and so yeah, you do those, and it's just like, you find your purpose. So I think that's also why humans are just so persistent, and we just keep going, like, because we want to keep going on our purpose. We want to fulfill our goals and dreams.
That's why she made a decision as soon as she read that report and its attachment on her desk. The former was about a delicate component which flapped like a butterfly in that huge machine. And the latter was a piece of paper full of circles and dots.
The machine that the writer of the report was referring to earlier? Oh. Is it that their supercomputer on Math Island?
Then she stored the information on her hard disk and destroyed the report.
So, computer?
And the paper which claimed to have recorded the locations where the storm might happen, yes, the one with the butterfly-like drawings, was retained for data comparison. It seems she's satisfied with the result.
Because they had a computer on Math Island. And it belonged to... it was 37's mother's computer. And she said, like... Oh, shit. She was, like... She was doing something important on it, recording the storm. Then it broke. Ooh. I was trying to connect... I think I'm trying to connect the dots. Or this is a different one? The one in Laplace? Oh. Well, then they were just talking about the reporters. This is the next page of the report. Because that's what Matilda's looking for. Because the report she had in her hand ended. So she stored the rest of it on the computer. Okay, wait, that makes sense. Okay. The light is dim here. Archived cabinets and unorganized files are everywhere, punctuated by strange devices in Laplace style. It seems like an abandoned utility room.
Where are we? Lost and found at the racquetball center.
I'm surprised it's abandoned. No one went through this shit? She waves away the dust and struggles her way along the toppling cabinets.
The orb showed copper pieces. We need to find something that seems to be locked, but is actually not.
So, like, copper pieces as in, like, electronics? Computer?
Found it! Nothing can stop the genius, Matilda.
I don't think it got messy, it probably got messy afterwards. Like, it looks... It's very chaotic. She finds what she's looking for in a rusty drawer. Obviously, the report has been here for a very long time. Oh, shit. Is it the continuation? Its corners curl because of the damp air. Luckily, the writing is still recognizable. Oh, shit. We got a continuation.
The trip to Egypt didn't go smoothly. The ship was hit by a common storm at sea. We were lost in the fog after that. Completely off course.
I see where this is going. She's gonna end up on Math Island.
And something emerged from the water. Since the first storm, the Foundation has received frequent sightings of arcane creatures, which should have
This is
been
exactly what
extinct in
happened to
history.
Verton and crew.
I had no idea what I was shooting at, even after I emptied the clip. And I didn't know what to do, so the arcanists brought us back on course. She names the precise longitude and latitude of our location, even without using the sextant in the spare cabin. I wonder how she did that. Perhaps the world did look different in her eyes. Then when I was about to step on a random plank on the ship, she suddenly dragged me back. I thought it was only an inappropriate joke. The next second, the plank broke.
What?
I was stunned, and asked her how she saw that coming. She just answered me as if we were talking about the weather.
Because that plank is deformed like a rhombus.
I was confused.
What?
Where is the rhombus? She laughed.
The rhombus can't be seen with eyes. You shall close your eyes, hearken to the teaching of the Supreme Existence, and seize the moment of afflatus.
Okay, so like, the Math Island people did say something about like they can see things or whatever, and you know they gotta get enlightened. Like I think that's what like 37 was going at. But oh my god, like what? Like their whole math thing like gives them like foresight. It's kind of crazy. Like what the fuck? And the fact that they can see, they know the longitude, latitude, no, like, that's wild. That's crazy. Like, what? Yeah, like math vision, pretty much. She sees the truth form of the true form of things via math. Like, that's, you know what? I can believe that actually. It makes sense. Like, I don't know how, but wait, that actually makes sense somehow. Huh. This is wild. Okay.
Of course, I didn't see anything. Nor did I understand what the moment of afflatus was. Perhaps it's just another privilege enjoyed by arcanists, just like their right to be lunatic. Nevertheless,
It's just like math
she
magic.
reached the correct conclusion in a completely wrong way. Is it really possible?
No. I mean, that's what they do.
Anyway, she
They
saved
like
my
think in
life,
circles till they get to the right, like,
but that was not enough to settle the differences between us.
Oh my god.
She remained rejective to working with the Foundation. and I finally gave up on the attempt to persuade them. My mission on that trip was not to make contact with them.
Okay.
Besides, what we needed was builders of the storm observation system, not some liars who would only make things worse. As for the shelter they took from the storm, she wouldn't say a word, as if she were dealing with a spy who pried to find out the deepest secrets of the Arcanists.
She doesn't want outsiders on her island.
In the end, Hugh mediated between us. He gave me an address in Istanbul to which I could send the letters to contact them.
Oh.
After that, I
Interesting.
spent more than half a year in the Egypt office. Things were even worse there than I expected.
It's very interesting that it's in Istanbul.
Some have gone missing after the storm. The people who were supposed to be in the Egypt office, according to the member list stored in the headquarters in 1985, were not there when I arrived. The situation could be caused by the limitations of the transmission of paper-based materials, or because the computer was not yet popularized to every corner of the globe at the time. One minor mistake of a copyist could develop into a huge difference. Besides that, the chaos inside Laplace was an even worse issue. I learned that someone published the paper Samplings of Global and Regional Chaotic Energy Route Changes in the name of Butterfly of Lorentz.
What?
Apparently they secretly used our sampling sites, yet their research direction and conclusion were radically different from Laplace's. The
Okay.
research is equally divided into two schools. One sticking to the human technology they have focused on, and one changing their direction to Arcanum. At the time, it was still too early to decide which direction was right, without sufficient experimental data.
Oh my god.
But many already believed that if time continued to be reversed, human technology would only keep falling into decline, while Arcanum, which relies on personal ability, would rise again.
Yeah, that's like kind of like the shift.
It's true that Gnosis cannot be copied, verified by an independent third party, or comprehended through reasoning. Its nature decides that it cannot lay the foundation of science or be popularized to every ordinary person. It takes solid marble to build a castle, not slippery sand.
Ooh. That's a good one right
Even
there.
so,
Good phrase.
What harm will it do to rely on Arcanum when the underlying logic of all things has become unreasonable? Before the disagreement was settled, the storm in 1987 was predicted. We were ordered to return to the headquarters 24 hours before its arrival. But the prediction was not accomplished by Laplace. The captive from Manus Vindictae names the precise date of that storm.
Manus already knew.
Our enemies, those lunatic xenophobes, valuing only pure blood, made it further than we did.
Ooh. Well, I mean, when you have a whole organization / cult of only pure blood arcanists, I would think they would have a little higher edge
Yes,
than the
we built
humans.
observation stations. We made countless deductions. We developed multiple simulation models.
Yeah.
We made efforts. We sacrificed life. We did whatever we could. Yet the result was that we didn't find any other regions immune to the storm, except the headquarters and another one in North America. In the end, 95% of the branch members were reversed.
Oh.
87.9% of the equipment was destroyed, and 100% of our predictions failed.
Oh god, that's crazy.
In conclusion, our endeavor brought no achievements. As for the captive from Manus Vindictae, the delirium patient who claims that oracles flowed under his parietal bone,
What? What is a parietal bone? Wait, where's that? Parietal bone? Oh, it's in your head? Wait, so he's literally saying the oracles flowed in his head? In his brain? Okay. Wait, you know, that makes sense. That's why we have a lot of teenage and child members in the Foundation. Oh, okay. Yeah, because so many were lost. That's crazy. Yeah, that's true. Would be easier to understand magic by using magic instead of science. That's true, because the storm has no scientific science backing. Like, it came out of nowhere. It's pretty much magical. Like, what the hell? Like, what is it doing to these people? Like, it just makes no sense. So that would make sense where it's kind of like, yeah, you gotta fight magic with magic, not something else, pretty much. This is the same storm during chapter 3. Oh. Wait, what's chapter 3? I don't remember what happened. What was chapter 3 again? Was it the kids one? The one where Verton loses all the kids or whatever? Like the friends? Oh, okay, yeah, right? What if this... Okay, this is like totally... I'm speculating here from what I know so far. Like, once the storm is caused by like Arcanum just to bring them like back, like Rise of the Arcanist again. It's kind of like wild. My God. Anyways, Jesus
When we asked him
Christ.
how he learns the precise date of the storm, he burst into laughter.
Like, the Manas are too suspicious. Like,
Can't you hear it? Has God left you behind when he spread his grace?
oh God.
Then he smashed his own skull with a handcuff.
What?
Yes, there was no doubt. He was an incurable lunatic.
From your point of view, from the writer of the report's point of view, yes, he was a lunatic, but he knew. They may be lunatic in other people's eyes, but they know so much. Oh yeah, no, I don't trust either. Like, I don't trust either organizations. Like, Manus has their own suspicions. Foundation is so... there's just... I don't agree with a lot of some of the things the Foundation does. It's just because, like, we are, quote, quote, on the side of the Foundation right now because, you know, main character is part of the Foundation. We open with the Foundation. Like, we're kind of with the Foundation not by choice. So, but, you know, we're learning about its dirty side too. So it's just like, it's just kind of like, both organizations are not... I don't think either one is, in the sense, the right organization. Like, really can only trust Verton. Yeah, trust the MC only, because Verton even doesn't even like trust the Foundation. She tried to get away from them and stuff like that, but she knows she knows she still needs the Foundation to do what she needs to. But oh my God, each organization has its thing, so it's kind of like, it is what it is. Like, you know, we won't really know, I guess, until the end game, right? Where the writers will take us.
But his insane nonsense was exactly the reason we survived the storm again. No matter how unreasonable or illogical it was, or how much a lie it sounded like.
He still knew.
So we'd better believe we shouldn't go out in black today because the fish is swimming in the water. We'd better believe in the existence of the non-physical, everlasting, transcendent world where everyone's soul is a number.
What? Where'd that come
better
from?
believe in the supreme existence, which caused the disorder of time by merely casting its shadow. That means the life of individuals means nothing more than rubbish, and the world is but an imperfect ruin, where only the chosen ones will pass the trial, where the rest will be eliminated by the rain.
This is just a whole big existential crisis, like, thing. Like, it's like they're trying to make sense of something that you honestly, really, I feel at this point, really shouldn't make sense of. I mean, yes, tragic. Oh my god, like, the world is being afflicted by this storm. We are getting reversed and things are going crazy, but I don't know.
How am I supposed to do that?
She's going crazy learning about all this. Like, I kind of feel bad for the writer.
Finally, I made up my mind to write
Like,
to her.
she's going crazy.
I didn't expect her to answer my questions. All I wanted was to confirm if she had survived that storm.
Didn't she say
For the
it?
sake of our peaceful talk about the rhombus. Yet what I heard from them was a simple announcement of her death.
No.
With only 2 words.
She died. Wow. Way to get to the point. Oh, wow.
She died. Then it burned and turned to ashes in a second.
Huh. Magical letter? Oh. No, how, when, where, why? Oh, God. At least they answered her. It's better than not answering her. Like, she would have never known this lady doesn't exist no more if they didn't answer her. So I guess I'd rather have a blunt answer than a no answer.
On the same day, the first and only timekeeper who just took office, the 12-year-old child, returned alone from the storm.
Oh, what a pivotal day. Oh my god. Oh.
She told us the time in the outside world at that point. And that was how I knew she was right.
It is right in front of you.
What?
But if there is a god, why are you playing such a prank on us? After we had suffered from the collapse of all the existing orders and the failure of all the great laws.
God doesn't care. God is gonna do whatever they want. If he wants to play with time, they're gonna play with time. That's what I'm just like, is it just a big prank from gods, or you know, the higher power, a higher being? Like, they're just like, I'm a little bored. I'm gonna play with these humans. I'm gonna play with the human world. Oh.
If this is what she calls a glimpse of the supreme existence, the moment of afflatus, do you have to present it in such a cruel way? The last 2 digits in the number of the year after that storm were exactly her name and her number.
What? She was 99? Oh wait, was it 99? Wait, what year was that? I forgot already. Wait.
77.
Why is that a dangerous number? Shouldn't that be a lucky number? It's 2 7s. What is so significant about 77 then? Wait, I'm confused. Oh, they got reversed in 1977. I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense, the math with Verton's age. Dangerous because it matched a storm, maybe? That's crazy. That's wild. Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, Gingham, welcome. Yeah, happy Easter. Happy Bunny Day. 2 digits. That's the full stop of the story.
Incroyable! Incroyable!
Unbelievable.
Vrai.
Unbelievable.
Quelqu'un a vraiment fait cette prophétie.
It's actually true. Someone did make that prophecy.
Bertin and Soneto will be thrilled to know what we found.
Okay.
Well done, Mr. Libby. You performed as well as a formal investigator. We need to submit this report to your instructor immediately.
Grabbing the papers tightly, Matilda turns around with excitement. Sotheby isn't the person standing there. What?
What are you doing in other people's rooms?
What the heck? Who are you? This is your office? Why is it so messy? And why do you have a whole typewriter on your arm? What the? Confused. Where's 37? We are not on Math Island right now. We are at the Foundation. The report is snatched away.
This is my personal item. You have no rights to take it.
What?
Please leave immediately.
Are you the writer or something? Wait, we have the other half.
Personal item? This is a precious record that should have been submitted to the Foundation. According to Administration and Regulations for Dispatch Personnel, St. Pavlov Foundation Decree number 259,
Oh god.
every member of the Foundation, when acting as a field investigator, is required to create a comprehensive investigation report of all their actions and
my
promptly
God.
submit it.
And they are obliged to ensure the authenticity, objectivity, and impartiality of the report. No personal bias is allowed in the content.
Okay.
If you have read this report, miss, you should know that it's not even qualified to be filed.
Why? It's not good enough? What kind of accent is that?
But this is an emergency!
Matilda is French. But what is the guy's accent? The Storm Reformation Act is still new to her. She can't think of any articles to support her point of view. Oh, because it's personally biased? Oh, okay, I can see that. It was definitely written with a lot of bias. She racks her brains for words, but before she makes it, the other person starts talking with one of his eyebrows raised.
I can tell from your uniform, you are a student of SPDM, or... This is Laplace.
Oh, you think he's German?
Do you have your guardian's approval to leave the school, Miss Underage Student?
Wait, isn't she a worker, though? Like, is it...
Ufal? I don't need that. I am not a student. You are talking to the exceptionally promoted
Graduated.
monitor assistant of SPDM.
I may be underage, but I'm graduated.
Here is my ID.
Oh, wait, no, she's still a student? But I thought, like, they all graduated already. Or did they not? She holds her ID card high as if she's holding the flag of liberty. But she is ignored. The adult walks directly to a swivel chair in the room and pays attention to an educational toy on the table.
Did you just ignore a formal administrator of the Foundation? This monitor assistant will report every misbehavior of yours.
Wow.
Every little bit of them.
Wordless, the monitor assistant can't be more embarrassed in her life. She looks around just to find that Sotheby is gone. Oh no. Luckily, the chief assistant learns faster than she expects. The familiar sing-song tone is making a report to her own tutor outside the half-open door.
Miss Moisson, we found that report here. The great Miss Buonation I discovered some important information. I came to you and Madame Z immediately after we read it.
She's like, I gotta report this right away, like right now.
Miss Manish, why are you confronting Mr. Chair?
What? Sotheby stands at the door. Her head is tilted. Do you know him? Two adults are behind her.
I didn't expect to see the second half of that report here in your room, Adler.
Adler? Oh, he looks like an adler. I can see that. This time, the owner of the voice can't be ignored. The swivel chair unwillingly turns around.
Don't call me that, friend. Why not just call me Enigma? Just like everyone else. Relax. I know nicknames mean no harm.
So your name is Enigma? Your real name is Adler, but you go by Enigma. Interesting. Honestly, I've never met an Adler before, but I don't know. It seems fitting. Like, I feel like he looks like an Adler. I mean, besides his scruffy, look, because, I mean, he's obviously, like, a researcher or whatever. Like, he's very good looking. And, you know, Adler sounds like a good looking guy's name. Adler like a snake? Oh, it's German for eagle?
But I don't understand. How is a report filled with meaningless words of any concern to you, Madam Z?
Our girl Vertin needs some info.
It provides information about the Arcanist group Vertin is now dealing with. If possible, please give it to me.
Messy hair, messy room, messy life, yeah. Right? Like, you could just tell, like, just from his office, like, yeah. Oh, the Enigma refers to the device on his shoulder? Interesting.
Of course. How can I turn down a request from Constantine's chief of staff? Take it away. I hope you don't mind the mold on it.
Ew. The researcher stays seated on the chair and casually hands out the report. Madame Z smiles. She seems glad to see that Enigma still has the energy to be sarcastic. But clearly the monitor assistant can't tolerate such a blatant violation of the staff regulations. Oh, Matilda.
Please pay attention to your manners and do not bring disgrace to the computing center, Mr. Rude.
Okay, Mr. Rude. Ms. Moisson taps on the shoulder, and quickly looks in the direction of the door.
Ms. Buanish? Ms. Sotheby? You've done a great job. I'm sure what you have found would be of great help.
She's like, I need to corral these children out now.
And I will report your active performance in this mission to SPDM as soon as possible, Ms. Buanish. We need to further analyze the files you found. The first on the scene could provide more detailed information. Let's get out of here.
Contribution exceptionnelle.
Active performance? The keywords give this young monitor assistant a giddy pleasure. She can't help but ignore everything else Miss Moisson says.
Oh la la, exceptionnel. No.
Active, no.
Calm, Matilda.
Calm down, Matilda.
I didn't accomplish it alone. Assistant Sotheby also played a significant role. Hooray!
A loud cheer interrupts Matilda's mumbling.
That is to say, Miss Burnish, we can start preparing the balloons and flowers for the twist ball.
Oh my god, Sotheby.
Speaking of which, this monitor assistant still needs to think about it. By the way, just call me Matilda.
Aww. She struggles to get out of Sotheby's passionate hug. The great joy brought by Miss Moisson makes her actions clumsy. Cheering and discussing, the girls leave the room. Madame Z carefully puts the valuable reports away. The researcher swivels the chair again and hides himself in the forges made of dusty items. He talks through cabinets and equipment in a slow manner.
There will be no advance in human technology. You think so? Even the Madame Z has given up on the study of theoretical physics and become a politician.
No. I've never thought of that.
She turns to the door with a faint smile. The door is closed. Okay. Interesting. The dramas have ended. All is profoundly hushed in this cold, dark room. The researcher sighs and starts settling the messy papers and dusty tools on the table. Why is it mistaken for a utility room? Is it because of the mess? Metallic footsteps come from outside the door.
I am astonished by the fact that you are interacting with others.
Huh? Who are you? You're a robot. What the? Another trespasser.
They broke in.
Maybe left the door unlocked. The robot in charge of the Laplace Scientific Computing Center shrugs and refuses to make any comments. She has already heard all the information she needs in the corridor. Okay. Wait, she's in charge of Laplace?
If it was a complaint that you were making, you know it is within your rights to submit an interdepartmental complaint within 7 days after the incident.
Oh.
Don't bother. That file means nothing to me. I didn't file it because it is a report against the rules. Why bother to submit such a log full of personal feelings and emotional behaviors to our great, rigorous foundation?
Is that so?
Interesting.
I am gratified to find that you still have some sense.
I too am gratified that you still have no idea that I was being sarcastic.
Can she understand sarcasm? She's a robot.
That was sarcasm.
Oh my god, it's so crazy.
Never mind. What do you want from me, Madam Lucy?
Lucy? What? Oh, the name Lucy. Oh, that's kind of... Okay, that's a powerful name they gave her. He asks as he bends down and organizes the papers scattered all over the place. This is the best effort he cares to make to receive a guest.
You went all the way to this dusty, rundown place so hurriedly that you even forgot to put on that pathetic mask.
What?
This is not because of some old files, I assume.
The faceless robot inclines its head in agreement.
Certainly.
There is... Why did they give a robot such big boobs? Oh my god. I mean, for a robot, they went really hard on her design. Like, that's crazy. And they named her so, like... So she's the boss of Laplace. She... She AI? She's either a... You guys don't need to answer me. I'm just kind of like working it out in my head out loud. Like, she's either... Because, like, the Arcanus can be inanimate objects. So either she was... Or they get turned into objects or something like that. Like, oh my god, this is so crazy!
I hope you can be the cryptographer of the Manus Vindictae's ritual. You are still the best.
You
Her
are
engines
asking
are stored in
a
her
human
boobs.
to decode the ritual of a pure-blood Arcanus.
They made her boobs so big, but they made her waist so small. They're like, how can we make this robot sexy? And she doesn't even have like a human face, which is crazy. You're asking me, a human, to decode the ritual of a pure... Oh, he's not an Arcanist then. Because I forgot, they kind of separate human, like, people that aren't Arcanists, like, from Arcanists. Like, apparently Arcanists aren't considered humans because even though they freaking look like humans or whatever.
I don't see how I'll be helpful to this project.
You cannot evaluate your own level of being of value, Adler.
Wait, that actually makes sense. Because honestly, it's actually hard to value your own self. Like, it's actually very tough. Like, honestly, an external force, an external something, like, whether it's like, you know, an organization, another person, has to value you depending on what it is. Like, say, like a workplace. You know, are you valuable in this company based on like your skills and, or, you know, whatever, you know. So that makes sense, honestly. That's why I think like a lot of people have like, end up having like a self-esteem issues or whatever. They don't know how to value themselves in reality. Like, you know, you always hear like, oh, value yourself more, like, but it's like, honestly, it's kind of hard because it just depends. Lucy's perfect representation of false beauty standards. She tried to mimic the kind of body that society deems acceptable for a woman. That makes sense. Like, look at that. Huge boobs, tiny waist. I can't see the back of her, but maybe she probably has a big ass. Like, Wait, hearing that from a robot, though, you don't know if it should be comforting or insulting. Fair enough. The researcher keeps unfolding more dusty folders without raising his eyes from the table.
Well, you evaluate our value. Test us in experiments you set. Prove the hypotheses by exhaustion. Make mistakes and start all over again. You repeat the process like a roaring locomotive that pulls the research center out of this chaotic disaster.
That makes sense because she's the boss. And also, her name is Lucy. So, is she a supercomputer? Have you guys seen that movie, Lucy? It's a really good movie, by the way, if you guys haven't seen it. Honestly, it's probably one of my like top fave movies. It's really good. I guess I shouldn't spoil it. But the end, like, this is why, like, I'm wondering, like, they definitely named her Lucy for a reason. Yes, what if we used 100% of our brain? It's a good movie. If you guys haven't seen it, like, I highly recommend it. And come on, it's it's Scarlett Johansson. It's Black Widow's actor, like, from Marvel movies. She's great. I like her as a blonde in that movie. She looks so good. But it's a really good movie. And the ending is just mind-blowing. It's kind of like, oof. Like, talk about existential crisis. Limitless? Is Lucy based off another movie? I wouldn't be surprised, because nowadays they just remake other movies and reskin them, but same plot or whatever. Either way, Lucy's a great movie. So I feel like if you guys enjoy this game and like all the whole, I just feel like we have a lot of existential crisis in this game. Anyway, it's a good movie. Yeah, right. It's like pretty much unlocking your brain. But the ending though is what makes me like really appreciate that they named this robot Lucy. Considering I'm starting to learn like what her real role is. Limitless and Lucy has similar plots. Oh, okay. Limitless was about a drug. Okay, well, Lucy technically was about a drug too in the beginning, and then it kind of turns into a little more-ish. So, yeah. Maybe they have the similar plots. I've never seen Limitless, so I don't know. But Lucy's a great movie. Highly recommend it. You guys should watch it.
You question not what is ahead of you, nor whether the path you've taken will be regular or easy. The only idea you planted into your little brain is to move forward, to improve.
She's like AI. That she's just an AI. Like she fits the mold from what he's saying, based on all the dialogue I've read so far. He's just like referencing like she's an AI. Like in any, I guess they wouldn't know like AI robot movies at this point, like iRobot or whatever. Like she's meant to further humanity. But it's all the same. The movie plots are all the same. In the end, it's just like, oh, I've calculated everything and humans have to die or whatever. Like, we need to get rid of humanity. This is how the planet will be saved. And, you know, all of it has the same similar plot. I'm not really going by off the design of Lucy in this game based on the movie. I'm mainly going off of her, from what I can tell, her role and what is she supposed to be. But yeah, Lucy's a reference to the robot called Mario from the movie Metropolis. Okay, I have never seen that, but I think, I don't know, based on what I know and what I've seen, what kind of media I've consumed, like, it's kind of like, oh, I see maybe I'm seeing what they're doing. But anyways, it's very fitting.
Thank you for your compliment.
Like I'm saying, if she is pretty much an AI robot, which seems like what she's kind of based off, even if she's like an arcanist, but you know, in the real world, she's probably an AI robot. Naming her Lucy is actually very fitting. I see. That movie's from the 1927. Oh my god. Well, dang.
That was not even a... Miss Miyagara.
You're talking to a robot, dude.
Guess you agree. A life without creativity is not worth living. And that's the life that I wake up to every day. I'm no longer the person you thought you came here for. I'll never be able to combine human technology and Arcanum. And I'll never comprehend even the slightest part of it.
That's a tall order.
I am useless to you.
He squares up the paper on the desk in a grumpy manner, making a huge knocking noise. Oof, I kind of want to know his history. Like, what hurt you, bro? Why are you like this?
I don't expect someone made of tin to understand a human mind. But I beg of you, leave me alone.
Poor guy. He seems like he's been through stuff. The robot ignores his emotional speech and keeps talking. Makes sense. She's a robot. She doesn't care about human emotions.
The work of analyzing the masks of Manus Vindicte did not go well. A side effect occurs in the researchers, and it is getting worse. The isolation wards on the basement level are overwhelmed.
What?
What a scene. Have you aborted the experiment?
Not yet. We have conducted the Arcanum imaging experiment on the masks and found a component which also exists in the raindrops of the storm. But knowing
like how
what it is composed of does not help explain how it works. What we're looking for is the original ritual that the Manus cast on them.
You're trying to figure out one's career planning from one's physical examination report. I wonder why it is not working.
I like him.
Even if somehow you manage to find the original ritual, you still need a proper environment to test it, which is the outside world with a coming storm.
The researcher turns to her. Wisdom and sarcasm glow in his eyes.
That's why we can't tell if we're getting results. Even if we had the right ritual, proper permission from the Foundation to travel, and strong-minded volunteer subjects.
Oof. Too much red tape.
Experiments performed in the Ivory Tower won't succeed because...
It's not the right conditions.
An experiment about the storm can only be done in a storm.
Oh shit, that's so bad.
Glad
so
to see your
dangerous.
brain is not rusty yet. It only took you 3 sentences to draw the conclusion which took the seminar a week to reach. That proves you are capable of the project.
Oh shit. She's like, look, I just proved your value. I need you on this project. He's like, damn, should have kept my mouth shut. The robot in charge puts a document on the table. You are getting voluntold to work on this.
The history maintenance team has forecast different critical points of this storm. Foundation investigators are on their way.
History maintenance team? Oh, Greta? Is that Marcus? Ooh, we meeting her soon?
If Manus Vindicte still plans to accelerate the storm, like what they have done in 1929, there will be a high possibility that their people will show up at the transformation point of history and society, also known as the critical point of time, the center of the storm.
Oh, that's right. Manus is always there. Like, in the middle of the storm when it comes.
Your sister, Greta Hoffman, is also one of the investigators.
Oh, shit. His sister. I don't think you could... I think you kind of have to take the job, dude. Do you want to protect your sister? Oof. Okay.
I have no interest in any Hoffmans other than myself.
Eh?
We have different perspectives.
Estranged? Okay. He's gonna be one of those. He doesn't care about his family. Oh my god.
It is okay. I am just here to inform you that...
Oh, those documents. They made those documents as merch? That's really cool. That's a nice little keepsake.
If any of the investigators successfully send the information of the ritual back, the research about the immunity of the storm will be conducted immediately. Take your time and be mentally prepared. But once the storm alert is issued, we only have 24 hours to verify the feasibility of the ritual. I wish you will be fully prepared by then.
What does she expect him to do? The robot gets out of the room, leaving him no right to choose. Her feet crash into the floor, making a steely sound. He just literally got voluntold. Enigma's eyes flicker toward the document. The face on the top is familiar to him. He pulls out the drawer and takes out a scrap of paper. This is the last code he didn't give anyone. What?
One thing is for sure now. The age of humans has come to an end.
Wait. Was the writer her? No way. Oh shit, he's involved. He's deeply involved. His sister was the writer. Oh, that's why he had the documents. Because it belonged to his sister. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh my god. Are we going to get to see more of him? Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh! The guy who went crazy in the beginning. Oh my god. No, okay, wait. That makes sense now. Oh my god. That makes sense now. Why he's like this. Oh shit. I was gonna say, damn dude, what have you been through? And now I know. Oh my god, poor guy. Okay, that makes so much sense. Holy shit. I can't believe it. Wow. I feel bad for him. Do we get to see Adler, more of Adler, guys? I want to know, because he's very handsome. But just, like, scruffiness aside, because of his whole depressive, mentally broken state, you know? Yeah, like, what he's been through. He's very good looking. Damn, you guys aren't going to tell me if the hot guy appears again or not? The scruffiness makes him better. He has a nice face. Oh my god. Okay, so it looks like we finished this. Oh, that was a good chapter. On it, like that gave a shit ton of backstory. Holy shit. What if you say no? What would I do? I'd be a little disappointed we don't get to see him again. Because they made him out to be very important, honestly, at the end of this. So it's kind of be a shame if they just kind of toss him aside. For all we know, he could have died. Fair enough. But I don't know. I think they made him out to be too important to just kill him off right away. Yeah, it's kind of wild that people skip this. It's so, like, there was so much information. Yeah, see, right, why would they make it such a detailed character for, like, such a little time? Because usually the NPCs are faceless or whatever. but he's like fully designed. So yeah, Schneider was important, but I'm not saying like she was very important for plot purposes, but they didn't make her into a playable character. Wait, is Adler playable? Can you get him? Yes, right. Okay, so that's fine. Yeah, like that would make sense. Like they're not gonna make every NPC a character. Like Madame Z is not a playable character, but she's very, very important. So she has like a full flesh design. Lucy's OP. Okay. But oh my god, that's crazy. How's my unit grinding so far? It's been a little slow. I haven't gone to play as much as I've wanted to. I'm still working on Barcarola. I'm almost done with her. But then after I finish leveling up Barcarola, I'm gonna start Insight 3-ing Anjo. Just to make her, you know, my strongest unit. So yeah. I'm working on it. I just haven't gotten to play as much as I really want to. I play too many games, so okay. Oh my god, guys, that was wild. That was good. Like it was a big information and lore dump, but I felt like that was pretty important. So whew. Interesting. Okay, so next time we play Reverse, I've decided we're gonna do 37's character story. We're gonna take a little break from the main story and do 37's character story. And then I don't know if afterwards should we do some anecdotes or an event, like an older event, or continuing story. Maybe I'll put up a poll. I don't know. Not 6s. I don't know. Is it important? Because I really don't care about 6, and I don't want. Oh, you think 6 is more weight? Oh man, I just don't want to spend like forever just doing all character stories. But if it's important, we can do it too. I was originally gonna plan on doing it, but then y'all said just to do characters like I had interest in. But if it's like important, we can do it. I don't mind. 6's character story also involves the other. Okay. I mean, we can do both. I don't mind. It's just the longer we do other things, the longer we don't continue the main story. So I don't know. It's just there's a lot to the game. So both are good to play. Definitely do 37s. Yeah, I'm gonna do 37s next week. I guess we'll decide after what we want to do. If maybe we want to do this event, Journey to More Punk, 6's story. Maybe we can do some anecdotes. Yeah, there's a lot. We got plenty to get through. So, look, and even 37 even has an anecdote. Jesus Christ, girl. We'll see. There's
a particular rhythm in the words we use.
Wait, how many chapters are there again? How many main chapters are we on? What am I on? I'm on 6, right? I'm on 6, 5, and 6. Is it 8 or 9 that we're on now? Oh, we're on 8 only? Oh, I'm almost caught up. I know you guys said some of these chapters get like really long, but oh, but 9's about to come out. Okay. Well, I feel like I'm over halfway caught up with the main story. So it's fine. Well, it's fine. We'll take some time to just, just so I guess to break the monotony instead of just going straight through the main story all the time. We're definitely gonna do character story next, and then maybe go back to some of the events because I still need to do this one And of course, oh, these two. Okay, well, then it's fine. Plenty of content, guys. Plenty of things to do and play and see in this game. All right, everyone. I think we'll call it a night. Yeah, we've been going 3 hours. That's good. I'm getting a little tired too. So, yeah. You guys keep recommending me to do Eric's anecdote. When we get to the anecdote stream, you guys can choose which one I'm gonna do. So don't worry about it, guys. Because I'm gonna forget anyways. If you're telling me now, I will probably forget. So you guys can decide which anecdotes we do when we get there. Okay, I will see you guys next stream. Thanks for coming in, guys. Thanks for stopping by, and to all you VOD watchers, I hope you enjoyed. That was definitely a lore dump, a background dump, and it was really good. So I'll see you guys next time. Have a good morning, noon, or night, whatever time it is for you. Bye bye.